got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz.
What?
What's up, how gangster are you, cuz? I don't fuck with you, cuz you disrespecting me. I don't fuck with you, cuz you disrespecting me. I go hard, cuz.
Hey, everyone. Oh, my gosh. I'm still exhausted. Welcome. I hope everybody's doing good today. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. I just got back to Minnesota the other day. I had an amazing weekend at the Leo Ball, the Leo Bash. It was amazing, and it was so wonderful to it's always like reunion when the tea sippers get together. So let's start there. Put a teacup if you are at the Leo Ball this weekend in ATL. We had about 140 people come through. It was lit. I had a good time the entire weekend. But you guys know putting together events is a lot of work. As much as I love it, it is a lot of work, a lot of stress on me and my team. But, shout out to them. They did such a good job. It was just beautiful. It was better than I could imagine, the decorations. And a lot of y'all were saying to Freddie, it looked like a wedding. That's how glamorous it was. It looked like you were walking into a wedding, you know what I'm saying? But I have no husband, but it's all right. I'm gonna get one day. But yeah, I went hard, so I'm a Leo. We gonna go hard as Leos. And most importantly, I wanted my tea sippers to come and just feel special, feel like I really put a lot of money and time and thought into everything that you guys saw. The watermelon carving was so beautiful. Shout out to the carver. The cake, both the cakes I got, even at the brunch, the cake that Janisa, Marquis, Bootsy, and Norris got me was just gorgeous. Y'all really went all out, and I just want to thank you guys. I don't want to cry. Okay, I'm a thug, can't cry. But I really want to thank you guys for just always coming through to my events and supporting, having a good time, bringing that good energy. Thank you guys for just all the birthday messages, the people who got up and spoke, all the side conversations I had with you guys. Just thank you guys for speaking life into me. And I did not expect to get so many presents. I had to buy another suitcase. So thank you all. I'm still opening presents up. But whoever got me the gardening stuff, the purple gardening kit, clock it. I love it. It's so cute. And matter of fact, I used this shovel today to put some mojito mint in my garden outside. So I appreciate that. I was able to get, through to the ground and plant it myself. So all the gifts that I've opened so far are just wonderful. You guys are awesome. I have the best supporters. I don't even consider my tea sippers fans or supporters. I consider y'all family. The fact that y'all can be in the same space with my mom, my sister, my kids. And it's so funny because my son was my youngest was yeah, one of your tea sippers recognized me in the elevator. He's yeah, low-key felt famous. Ain't you lovely tea, son? I was that's so funny. So I just really appreciate you guys. So thank you guys so much for the presents, for the birthday cards. And most importantly, just thank you guys for coming through and just celebrating with me. Like I said, I've been through a lot of stuff this year. And so it just meant the world to me that people would fly out and come. And oh my God, when I tell you, I got some of the finest tea sippers. The women are baddies. The men are fine. Okay? Y'all ate. Y'all's outfits, everybody ate. It was just so nice to see Black excellence. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was just shining and blinging. I'm oh, okay. Y'all understood the assignment, and I just really appreciate it. And I hope y'all loved y'all's gift bags, because I know the whole, click-clack fan thing is in. So I was I want everybody to get a click-clack fan, electric fan. So y'all know I'm always going to give gifts and stuff if you come to, an event. So, and thank you guys for the feedback on the booklets. I'm glad you guys liked them. Me and Madia worked really hard on them over the past few weeks after doing the photo shoot and just getting things together. So, like I said, it's a lot of moving parts, man, but this was wonderful. It went off without a hitch. We had a good time at the club. The brunch was lit. The food, oh my gosh. Can we talk about the food real quick, okay? So, everybody was telling me about the oxtail lasagna. I am so glad y'all liked it because, I put on. If you come to me, you're not just going to be eating on fucking buffalo chicken wings, okay? we're going to be eating good. At any event that I do, we're going to be eating good. And so when they were bringing it up to me about the oxtail lasagna, I'm like, I ain't never heard of that. I'm like, shit, oxtails, how much is that about to run me? Because, oxtails are not cheap, honey. But the feedback I got on dinner, thank you, guys. I'm so glad y'all liked it. Like, everybody was, like, trying to get seconds. It wasn't no more. But everybody loved the oxtail lasagna, and I'm so happy to hear that because it was not cheap. So I'm so happy that y'all loved it. It was something different, savory. My mom loved it. My mom don't eat American food like that. She mainly just eats Nigerian food. So for her to be like, I don't think she's ever had lasagna. She was like, she liked it. She liked it, the oxtail lasagna, like everybody. Yeah, Luther's boy was like, oh my gosh, the oxtail lasagna was so good. I'm like, and then I talked to Marquise. She said that like everybody was saying the same thing about the lasagna. So shout out to the chef, for making it come together. The salmon was really good too. We had chicken. We had a lot of stuff, so the veggies, it was really good. Yeah, we eat good at my events. I'm not, how ever since when Oprah and Taraji and all them was crying about eating pizza at the Oscars, I said, not at my event. You're going to get fed good old macaroni and cheese and, all types of stuff. So we've always had good food at every event. But yeah, I was very impressed with the feedback that we got from the oxtail lasagna. I didn't even know you could make lasagna out of oxtails. Put a teacup in the chat if you had some oxtail lasagna. It was so much feedback. I'm like, well, damn, I wish I ate oxtails now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it had to be good. Like, so many people was coming up to me talking about it. So it was definitely a good choice, and I'm glad that I chose it. You know what I mean? It made the plates go up, but I didn't care. I was like, but it's something different. Hey, it's a luxury party. Let's go big or go home. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So a lot of people had it. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad y'all liked it. I got a lot of really good feedback on that. So that's awesome. Okay, so Razzle, hey Razzle Dazzle, hey girl. She said the peach cobbler was fire. It was good. The peach cobbler was definitely off the chain. But you know what? Again, that's Atlanta. They can cook. They know how to season. It's that damn New York that has left me disappointed. Again, New Yorkers, y'all gonna have to show me around because everything I ate in New York it was trash. Sorry. But Atlanta, y'all can cook. Yeah, when they were like, I was like, what the hell's an oxtail lasagna? But the feedback, honey, might have to do that one again. Keep that as part of the menu. Very, very good feedback on that. Yeah. It was. No, I had an awesome time, and it was just really good meeting. It's always like a reunion, right? Like seeing some of the old faces that have been to every single event, and then getting the chance to meet some of the newbies. So I'm glad that, there was several newbies that came, and that was their first time at the event, and they were highly impressed. They had a good time. Like I always tell y'all will come to my events solo dolo. Because I don't really like doing the couple things unless you razzle dazzle. Her husband going to come, okay? They going to come as a couple because he's a tea sipper too. But a lot of times I like for people to come by themselves because usually like when you bring a friend or a cousin, you're just going to spend time talking to that person. And we have to get back to community. That is what my events are about. Stepping outside yourself, stepping outside your comfort zone, you know what I'm saying, and getting to meet other people. So you come by yourself, not knowing anybody, and literally you will make like a lifelong friend, So it's just really good to see like a lot of them. Like by the second day, by the time we went to the brunch on Sunday, I couldn't tell the difference between who was the newbies and who were the OGs. The newbies mixed in well, had a good time, so I couldn't even tell the difference. I'm like, this is your first event? Okay, because you floating around like you've been here, So I'm just so glad that everybody had a good time, and it was just wonderful to just see everybody again, hug on y'all, and, just thank you guys for just speaking life into me, and just letting me know to just keep going, keep doing what I do here on YouTube and on social media. And like I said, that's why I do these events, to like give back and bring us all together as a community. So while I wish I could, have thousands of people there, that's too much. I just want to keep it around to 100, 150, So I'm glad there was just enough people, intimate, where we could still mix, mingle, and dance. And yeah, I was out there turning it up. Shout out to Mac, honey. Some music gonna come out. Mac gonna get the damn dancing started, okay? So it was just like really cool, especially when we were all doing the, I swear. I'm like, we had so much fun. I was looking back at the videos like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already over. Like the weekend went by so fast, and I just been trying to just relax since I got home. So I haven't even posted anything. But I'll be posting like some videos and some pictures and stuff like that. So, and shout out to my girl, Latree. She grew up with me in Minnesota, so this was like her first event, so she really had a good time. So I'm really, happy that she got to come and just see how the tea sippers get down. My favorite cousin, Tola, was there. She just came for the night because she had to leave, she left at 5 a.m. because she had an event at church. So she flew in just for that day for my party. So that means a lot to me, that she was just flying for my birthday and then, dip back to Minnesota. So I really appreciate that, cousin. So yeah, we had a good time. Somebody say, come to Florida. Y'all be wanting me to come to all these states. I'm gonna need y'all to put it together. I don't know venues in Florida. I don't have no connections in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Put it together and maybe I'll come. But yeah, no, this was like one of the best Leo seasons I've ever had. And yeah, I just been on cloud 9 and resting ever since then, trying to rest my voice and my damn feet, honey. I'll be wearing them heels, okay? I'm forever gonna be in my little model era. But I don't have the same feet that I had when I was 20. So it's like shit. When I came home, it was like Ben Gay and ice. You know what I'm saying? Rubbing shit on my foot my feet were throbbing. But it was worth it. It was worth it because I love to dance and have a good time. So it was worth it. Yeah, definitely had a good time. Somebody said, yes, come here to Florida. Oh, I'm definitely going to come. I don't know if I'm doing an event. I don't like Miami, so please do not even tell me to do anything in Miami. I refuse. Miami is colorist. I'm a dark-skinned woman, and being that they don't like dark-skinned people in Miami, they can't get my fucking coins. So I will do it anywhere in Florida outside of Miami. Miami can kick rocks, okay? I have been shaded down there for my skin tones. I would never do an event in Miami. But yeah, maybe Jacksonville, Key West, somewhere outside of Miami, I'd be willing to do something. But yeah, no. We're not doing that. Dallas, Texas. I really do want to come to Dallas. I've been to Houston. Hated it. No, it was all right. But I heard Dallas is I heard Dallas is nice. I do want to come to Dallas. Where'd I go? Austin, Texas. Austin was cool. Y'all are weird, but it's cool. Y'all got some beautiful clubs, but all y'all do is sit in y'all's phone. Y'all don't dance. Y'all just sit in the club and stare in y'all's phones. I don't know what that's about. But Austin was fun. But I do want to come to Dallas. Even if I don't do an event, I just want to come to Dallas because I heard Dallas was fun. It was lit. You know what I'm saying? Tampa, Florida. I don't think I've ever been to Tampa. Have I been to Tampa? No, I ain't never been to Tampa. Boston. Chowder. Every time I think of Boston, I think of that Simpsons episode. He's like, I'm from Boston. Chowder. I will go to Boston. I heard Boston is lit. Chicago. I do want to go to Chicago, but only the Miracle Mile area. I want to go, what's that lake? Chicago, where the Navy Pier is. I want to come and see the Navy Pier. My kids have been to Chicago. I went back in the day. I snuck to Chicago when I was 17. Had no business for the weekend. Lied and said I was in Minneapolis. Sorry, Mom. Snuck off to Chicago. So I think that's really the only time I've been in Chicago. But my kids went to the Navy Pier with their grandmother one year. I do want to see the Navy Pier. I've been to New Orleans a few times. Yeah. Nashville, I definitely want to come back to Nashville. And I want to go back to Nashville this year. Nashville has my heart. At this point, I want to go to Nashville every year. I really love Nashville. They don't owe me nothing. If I could did my party in Nashville, I would. But I'm I don't want to do a party. You know what I'm saying? We just did one last year. So I was let's go back to our OG location, which is Atlanta. And it turned out just beautiful. So once again, thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Just everybody just come in and, just bringing good energy and positivity. And the food, honey, that brunch. Whew. And y'all know I don't eat like that. That brunch, that shrimp and grits. Now I'm gonna keep it real. I'm from up north. So I know people find this weird, but for me, when I eat my grits, I eat it with jam and jelly. One or the other. Usually jam, strawberry jam. That's how I eat my grits. I've eaten them like that since I was a kid. And then when I started like moving down south, people were like, what the hell is jam and jelly on the grits? And I'm like, that's how I've always eaten my grits. Butter and jam. So I've only really started getting into the savory grits, like maybe like in the last few years. But the grits at that brunch that we had on Sunday, oh my gosh. When I ate everything. And then King Darius was there talking about, what he said? He said he's going to get his shrimp and grits to go. I walked back over, he smashed them. I said, what you going to take home with you, the shrimp tips? Because ain't nothing left. Them grits were so good. I've never had shrimp and grits like that. They were, I ate the whole thing. I didn't expect to eat the whole thing. Then I had some of, I think it was Boosie's. I had some of her catfish with the grits, and they had greens. That was good as well. And then I had a waffle on the side. It was good. Yeah, somebody said, Pure Wolf said, what the hell? Yeah, for real, jam or jelly is how I usually eat my grits. Like when I make them here in my house, jam and jelly. That's how I raise my kids, on jam and jelly grits. It wasn't until I started hanging out down south and I was seeing people like, I'm like, why are y'all putting shrimp on y'all's grits? That's strange. They're like, that's how we eat them. I was like, shrimp and grits? Catfish? I'd never even heard of this until I started hanging out in Atlanta. I've always eaten jam or jelly on my grits. Don't knock it till you try it, honey. See how it's very good. But then I'm the same person. Back in the day, me and my little Cambodian homegirl, we would go to KFC. You know how KFC had them potato wedges? We eat, and to this day, I still eat my potato wedges like that with jam and jelly. It's something with my taste buds. I like salty sweet. Like even my pizzas, it's pineapple and black olives. It's something I like salty sweet. I don't know what that's about. It's good though. I put jam and jelly on my potatoes, but not French fries. They have to be potato wedges, the big thick ones. And no, I'm not pregnant. I've been eating that since I was like literally 13. I put jam or jelly on my potato wedges. And I think we used to call them Hojos back in the day. Them big old, wedges, they're so good. Yeah, I don't know. I know. I eat like a pregnant person, but that's how I eat my stuff. So, like I said again, yes, pineapple on pizza. Y'all not gonna do that, okay? Pineapples belong on pizza. I have very strange taste buds, but it's good though. I know it sounds weird, but when you try, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. So I cannot eat potato wedges without jam and jelly. I will go to KFC and just order their potato wedges, and I'll be like, give me jam and jelly. What are you using jam and jelly? Ma'am, you're asking too many questions. I don't want ketchup. I want jam and jelly. Don't knock it till you try it, y'all. Miss Sparkle says, I love your pink top. It's a dress. It's a whole dress. But thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just telling you how I eat. But like I said, I was very, it was good. I was very impressed with the savory, I think that's the word, savory grits. They were very, very good. Very impressed. Because usually I'm like, I would need to put, at least some jelly or something. I didn't have to add no jelly to it. I just ate it as is. It was very, very good. So shout out to the chef, okay? But yeah, so, like I said, we had an amazing time. So if you ever get a chance to come to an event, definitely come and check it out. Fun times are always had, no mess, no drama. It's nice to get dressed and go out and know you're going to have a good time and be safe. It was a lot going on that weekend in Atlanta. There was a mass shooting. It was another shooting, and then we'll talk later about Kai Frost being involved in the shooting as well. So a lot happened that weekend, but like I said, we stay prayed up. We really be praying, and just making sure everything goes smoothly and, people come and leave and get back home. That's the most important thing to me. So I just thank goodness, like, none of the stuff that was going on in Atlanta affected any of us that were there personally. And, my condolences to people who ended up losing their lives that weekend, because there was a lot of mess going down in Atlanta. So, yeah, it was a lot going on. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started here. Now I just did a whole, that's what kind of took me a while. I did a whole edit on Umar Johnson. So I'll post it after this live stream. It's like an hour-long video, like a full breakdown, because there's just so much shit with this man. But I'm going to, do a little bit of talking about him on this stream. So let's see here. This man is just a freaking clown at this point. So if y'all remember, after he had accused Medea and Lennon Honor of, what was it called, Dr. Bussy or something like that, of hacking into his account. And I'm like, it sounds like he's setting the stage for something. So after he did all that, then he went on live like a few days later and basically like went off on the haters, was sticking up his nasty, crusty middle finger, had on a Haitian, do-rag. I don't know what's wrong with this man at this point. So let's go ahead and just watch this snippet of Umar Johnson. This was him just a few days ago. You couldn't tell him shit. Dr. Umar Gofundtunde, the Prince of Pan-Pukism, Prince of Pan-Pizza, the Prince of Panhandling. So let's go ahead and see here. All right, so this was him just a few days after accusing Lennon Honor and the lady that he calls Medea, I don't know her real name, of, scamming and stuff. I don't trust nothing Umar says.
Pan-Africanism, this is your big brother, Dr. Umar Tunde Oguntade. I said, this is your big brother, King Kong Consciousness. I said, this is your big brother, Intercontinental Tunde. Welcome to Black August, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Black August, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Black August, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Leo season. I'm wearing my Haitian flag today. Okay. Where my Haitian Africans at? I'm wearing my...
Objection. What we're not going to do is, I'm going to need him not to keep claiming Leo season, okay? I don't know how this man is a Leo. Everything about him is dusty. For y'all who know how we get down as Leos, let me come back. You know what? Hold up. I gotta speak on there. I need y'all to see my face, okay? One thing about us Leos, we do not like to ask for help. Because we're always the people that people come to for help and solutions and advice. So it is very hard for a Leo to put our pride aside and ask for help. I don't know what kind of dusty Leo traits that this man has, but I don't know Leos who sit and beg for donations. When Leos do stuff, we do stuff big. We like things grand and beautiful. I'm going to need him I'm thinking he's really a Virgo. Leo Nation, we need to have a meeting, okay? All the Leos, because we took over TikTok, okay? Leo Nation, where y'all at? We need a meeting, because at this point, he got to go. Nothing about him screams Leo. All I see is dustiness. Leos, we don't do that. We don't wallow in the dirt. We don't scam folks. Like, this is the dustiest Leo I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to need him to stop claiming Leo. Sir, you're closer to being a Virgo than a Leo at this point. I have to get that off my chest. I'm so tired of him hollering, Black August, Leo season, brothers and sisters, Leo season. It's Leo season, bro. Like, shut up. We got to get him up out of here, Leo Nation. We do not claim this Leo. We don't claim, at this point, he is the Scar of Leo Nation. We don't claim Scar, just like Mufasa was like, yeah, that's my brother, but I don't really fuck with Scar. Ain't that right, Simba? Tell Uncle Scar to get him out the Pride Lands. He's doing too much. Simba back there looking like, yeah, he got to go. I got 2 lions behind me. The other lion came from the party. We don't claim him. I'm sorry, Leo Nation, we're not claiming Dr. Gofundtunde. So over this man, let's finish seeing what he got to say.
My Haitian flag today. Where my Haitian Africans at? I'm wearing my Haitian flag today. Where my Haitian Africans at, brothers and sisters? Listen. Listen. All I want to say to you right now is thank you to those who have been riding with the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Thank you to those who have been standing strong with Ifatunde Oguntade. Thank you to my day one ride or dies. Thank you to the haters, the instigators, the defamers. That's all I'm gonna say. To the haters, instigators.
Even his finger looks dusty. Ew! He ain't washed his hands and they're all dry and ashy. Get the fuck out of here. This is y'all's principal? This is the principal of FDMG sitting here giving people the middle finger like he's 12? This is a grown man at the big age of 50. Leos don't walk around giving folks the finger. You know what we do? We just cut you off. We cut you off and we keep it moving. That's it, that's all. Like what are we, 12? This man should be ashamed of himself.
And defamers, that's all I'm going to say. To the haters, instigators, and peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-African.
Umar is a trip. So this was just a week ago. He was cussing everybody out, giving folks the middle finger, claiming Leo Nation. And this was Umar 24 hours ago. Is this the video? Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure I have the video. Okay, this is him. Now, after cussing us out, giving us that crusty middle finger, now he wants us to march. He wants us to march in the streets of Delaware, okay? He wants everybody to get their flag, the red, green, and black. He wants us to, hell no, we won't go from FDMG. Hell no, we won't go from FDMG. He wants us to be out there marching alongside him, okay? So we're going to go ahead and watch this video here. This man is just, he's insufferable at this point, but let's watch. Dr.Gofundtunde. I think is this the right one? Let me find the right clip here. This man is exhausting. Was it this one? Hold on. I'm trying to find so y'all can read. You know what? Let me put it back on this one. Let me just fix it real quick, because I want y'all to read what they wrote here. Dr. Umar Johnson says the city of Delaware set him up to not pay his bills, and now he's demanding a worldwide protest, okay? So we're going to go ahead and watch this video real quick. Now remember, he was just sticking up his middle finger at us and calling us haters and defamers.
No problem. We could have got a payment plan. But instead of responding to me the first week of April, they ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend. They ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend saying we're going to sell these schools if you don't pay our money. We're not going to email you. We're not going to send you a letter in the mail. We're not going to call you. We're going to put a letter on your door that somebody can take and run off with, as somebody did. They took the letter off the high school and sent it to YouTube, the struggle streamers. What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? Brothers and sisters.
Objection. What if you paid your fucking bills? What if you paid your bills? What if you paid your taxes? What if you paid your taxes? What if you paid your bills? Mr. Three-Peat?
We need your donation so we can pay this bill. They say we owe $20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe $20,000.
Wait, who the fuck is we? Who is we, bro? Ain't no we. You. Like Soulja Boy, you owe $20,000 on the elementary school. We don't own shit. It's not, there's no kids there. It's still vacant. So what is this we? You've had these schools for 6 years and done nothing with them. Ain't no we. We don't speak French, honey. Okay? It's you. Ain't no we.
$1,000 on the high school. They say we owe approximately $20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe approximately $20,000 on the high school. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. We need y'all to help us pay this bill. We're going to fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. We're going to fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. But if we don't, y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our...
Once again, who is y'all? Weren't you giving us the middle finger and your ass to kiss not even 8 days ago, sir? Ain't no y'all. You told all of us, F us.
Our school. Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. You don't have to root for me, brother. I don't need you. I got more than enough supporters. But I want everybody to know that there might be a protest soon. We need you to come in from Africa, from Europe, from Australia, from Canada, to come in from all the 50 states and show the city of Wilmington, Delaware. You will not disrespect black people. You will not sabotage black people. You will not discriminate against black people. And you will not try to steal property from black people. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Johnson, standing strong, Leo season. We will not quit. We will not act.
Oh my God! Stop mentioning Leos! We don't claim you! Stop mentioning Leo season, sir! Goodness! We don't claim you, us Leos, like we don't move that way. You literally chose not to pay the taxes, to pay the water bill. You chose to basically squander millions of dollars worth of donations. You don't then get to demand that black people all come down to Wilmington, Delaware to march on your behalf. Black folks already came out on your behalf by donating you money towards the school. I know I did, and thousands of people did over the years. So for you to have nothing to show for it is insane. You're not about to keep yelling out Leo season. I'm going to need you to move around with that shit. Okay? So this man, he's just, he doesn't care. He has absolutely no shame. The city of Wilmington is basically about to take the school. Well, it's not even a school at this point. It's just buildings. They're going to take it back from Umar because they have been vacant for the past 6 years. And he cannot afford to pay the vacancy fee. He has not applied for an occupied license, showing that it's occupied because it's not a functioning school. And my thing is, if you can't even keep up with the water bill, how is he supposed to pay the staff? How is he supposed to pay the children? Like, you know, like with food and stuff like that. How is he supposed to feed the children and make sure they have the necessities? I mean, this is insane. Like I said, when I donated to this school, my boys were in elementary school. And I thought it was a wonderful idea. You know, this all-male school, they're going to teach kids how to garden. And there's going to be aviation classes, teach kids how to fly planes. He had all these grand dreams. And I'm like, wow, that's really dope. You know, I would have loved to go to something like that. So let's support. And when I supported, I wasn't making no money off of YouTube. I didn't send him a YouTube check. That was my regular check from my regular job doing IT. It was $100, but still, shit. $100 ain't nothing to sneeze at, especially back then. You know, but I believed in what he was saying. I wanted to show support. So to fast forward damn near, 15 years, 10 years later, it's really sad because like I said, my oldest is now 24. He was literally like in 5th grade when I was having this conversation. And now it's like, for him, he just knows Umar as being a clown. That's like, black women forever, snow bunnies never, whatever. You know, now he's just like a meme to like my kids and like their generation. So I don't know. It's hard. It's like, what in the mental illness is going on with him? He can't be serious right now that he thinks that the black community needs to come together to rally with him. And I'm sure his cult members will show up at the protest. But for the people who are saying we're not showing up because we supported you. Nobody believed more in your vision than the Black community when you were initially putting it out there. And I remember for years, Lennon Honor was calling him out and saying this man's a scam artist, and people attacked Lennon. And they said, no, you're just a hater. You're obsessed with Umar. And now we fast forward to 2025. Everything that man was saying was correct. So it's sad. It's really sad. Somebody said they gave Umar $500. Wow. Yeah. Check somebody else said they gave 100. Hell, even people in my chat are talking about they donated. So if just a few people in my chat are saying what they donated to Umar, you can just imagine how many people. And I know we're never going to get our money back. And it wasn't about that. It was really to help, the young Black kids. But I guess he must have ate it. Because the only thing I've seen is Umar just getting bigger. I've seen no progress in the school, just the progress in his belly. He's always rubbing his belly and shit. Like, I'm glad to know that you're eating well with the donation money. Yeah, it's sad. It don't make no sense. He ate the funds. Remember, that's what Cesar Pena was doing. Remember, Cesar Pena's, big sloppy ass was taking all the money from when people were donating to get, buildings and stuff. He was taking their money and getting DoorDash and Domino's Pizza. Sir, this is money that people are giving you to basically buy buildings. And you're eating the money. He spent $5,000 in 1 month in DoorDash. How fucking lazy are you? Get up, get in your car and go to the restaurant. Or better yet, walk to the restaurant. He would just sit at home and just order DoorDash with people's money. People would send him money to buy said house or building. And he'd just be at home just stuffing his face. I feel like that's what Umar was doing too. Prince of Pan Pizza. He was so busy ordering pizzas and shit. not focusing on the school. But yeah, it's sad. Like I said, it's unfortunate because a lot of people like myself, I was a big Umar Johnson fan initially. Because again, he's a good orator. He's a smart man as far as history and, talking about things that are affecting the Black community and bringing Blacks together, Africans, Caribbeans, African Americans. I respected that. So to see how far he's fallen is insane to me. It really is. Yeah, it's I remember when he was into it with what's that other conscious dude's name? Sarah Sutanseti, the one that would be in his room and just be yelling at the wall and shit. The white man ain't shit. But he used to be cracking me up. And I remember when they got up into it. And, he swear up and down. Everybody was hating on him. But even I remember Seti was saying that back then. That there was rumors around the conscious community that Umar wasn't really about building a school. He was trying to crush the moms of the sons. He was just trying to crush their cookies and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he was basically going after single mothers in the guise of, I want to help your son and have your son come to my school and all this stuff. But in the meantime, he's really smashing the moms. And I remember Sarah said he said that, and Umar got mad. Tried to challenge him. Claimed he was going to get his goons on Sarah. And what happened? Yeah, I got this. And that phone was like, these hoes ain't loyal. He was like, who remembers that? Who remembers when he tried to act like he had his goons on the phone? Umar been crazy for a long time. Let me see if I can find that clip. Umar on the phone with his goons. And then these hoes ain't loyal popped up. And I'm like, why the hell is that even your ringtone? You're supposed to be conscious. Let me see if I can find it. It was so corny. And that's when I kind of was like, yeah, this dude is weird. And then the whole conscious stripper thing, that was even more weird. Okay, here it is right here. Phantom call. This is just embarrassing. All right, let's see here.
Or they running around this intellectually masturbating old ass information. Like Papa Smurf. That Papa Smurf shit ain't gonna get us nowhere. That Papa Smurf shit ain't gonna get us nowhere. You feel me?
It's funny how he was calling Sarah Suit and Papa Smurf, and now we fast forward like 10 years later, he's calling his daughter Baby Smurf and the baby Mama Smurf. What's his obsession with Smurfs? That's weird.
Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. So that Papa Smurf thing ain't gonna work.
He's such a phony! Let's rewatch that again. Hold on. Oh my gosh, this is memories.
Nah, I got this. So that Papa Smurf thing ain't gonna work. You feel me? Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this.
Oh my God, not the person playing it over and over. Umar is a clown. I will never forget that. I'm like, is this dude for real? Like acting like he's talking to some goons on the phone. Nah, I got this. And then the shit rings. These hoes ain't loyal. This man's been a trip. And it would talk all that mess about weaves and, black girls not, being overly sexualized, and he gets with a conscious stripper. I know the conscious stripper is somewhere laughing her ass off because they really threatened that woman. They really did. Let me see if I can find anything on her. Oh, here she is, but this was years later. She came out, she had blonde hair. Everything that Umar would talk mess about, the conscious stripper had. Yeah, I don't really see no more of her videos, but let's see. Here's a picture of her. I'm trying to see if I can find like video of her talking. That whole situation was a mess. Yeah, this was like 10 years ago. I'm not seeing any of the videos popping up really. Yeah. But if y'all know about the conscious stripper drama, then that means y'all have been online for a long time. But Umar is a trip. And the fact that now his school is being affected and, well, not even the school, the buildings are going to be taken by auction. It just shows like he just squandered the money. And people, like black people, really came in good faith to support him. And it's sad. I remember him cussing black folks out back in the day, saying that, black people were trifling because Michael Brown's killer, they got like $1 million in like 3 days, but he's been trying to build his black school and only got like $250,000 in, I think he said in 2 years or something like that. Just always talking down to the same community who was really rooting for him, standing behind him, and wanting this school to come to fruition. So it's a shame. It's a shame. Let me go ahead and read some of these super chats here. Let's see. Hold on, my screen froze. These hoes ain't loyal. It's all right. I got this. Umar is such a trip. Let's see here. FTH 2013 sent $19.99, says, hey, lovely T, my fellow Leo sister, tomorrow's my birthday and I wanted to show you some love. Leo gang, thank you so much. Leo gang, happy early birthday to you. Thank you for tapping in, sis. Enjoy your birthday tomorrow. Kitty the Jackson sent $99.99. She says, ATL was beautiful. Thank you again for such a time. Happy birthday to you again. Love you. Love you too. And it was so wonderful. For y'all who don't know, Kitty had never been on a plane before. So I broke her plane virginity. She got on a plane just to come to my event and meet me. And that just meant the world to me because she had never, ever been on a plane. It was like her first time flying. And so I feel honored that her first time coming to, just getting on the plane was coming to my event. So, and she had a ball. She had a good time. She did. And it was just very nice meeting you, sis. So thank you. I know you're a longtime tea sipper. You've been, on in my chat, on my Instagram for years. So it's very nice to finally get to meet you face to face. So thank you once again for coming, and thank you for the super chat as well. Let's see here. Mia sent $1.99, says, it was so nice meeting you. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sis. It was nice meeting you as well. Glad you got a chance to touch down and hang out. Oh, you have our picture on your icon. I'm like, that picture looks familiar. I love it. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Dexter Davis, he just gifted 5 memberships. So if you guys want to join the membership and watch some of the deep dives, he just gifted 5. So thank you so much, Dexter, and thank you for coming to the party as well. It was good. It was really good seeing you again. So I appreciate that. He came like drip down, like suit, straight drippy. So I loved it. You looked really nice. Let's see here. Tip Lyric 1915 sent $2, says, I fanned out meeting you. I almost fainted. It was wonderful meeting you as well. Thank you so much. I know you said you're really quiet in the Discord, so I'm glad you got a chance to come and just hang out with everybody and, get to put names to faces and stuff like that. So thank you so much once again for coming to the event. Let's see here. Dante sent $4.99, says, hey T, the event was amazing. You're a beautiful person and I will always rock with you. Can I send you something to your P.O. box? Love you always. Yes, you can, Dante. And it was very nice meeting you. And you looked dapper. Okay, clock that. So thank you so much for coming. I know a lot of y'all were nervous. It was y'all's first time. So it was really nice meeting you. And I did reactivate my P.O. box. So I will post it. Message me on Discord and I will send it to you. So for people who are asking for my P.O. box, I do have a new P.O. box. So, and I will get you that information. But thank you so much. Mouthful of Muffin, I think I said that right. Sent $9.99, says, just stopping by to say happy birthday. I live in LA. Oh no, I live in the A, but it was too late to get a ticket. I'm currently at work and I will catch the replay. Much love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you for the super chat. Shy B sent $50, says, Greetings. Glad you had a nice time at your birthday bash. Thank you so much, Shy B. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat as well, sis. Bravon sent $49.99. Thank you so much, Bravon. Appreciate you. Magpie sent 10, says, T, have you heard about Gauge, the new social credit score in beta testing for employees, executively for employers? I can't possibly see how that won't be abused by power-hungry predatory bosses. No. I'm going to have to look into that. I have not heard of that at all. That's crazy. But thank you for the info, sis. Kitty the Jackson sent $50, says, that oxtail lasagna and catfish and grits. Clock it. I'm so glad I did a good job picking, the food for the event, so I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Like I said, everybody loved the oxtail lasagna. Everybody. I heard nothing but good reviews. So I'm just really glad because I was nervous. I don't know. I don't even eat regular lasagna. So I'm just glad that the oxtail lasagna was so good. So thank you for the super chat, sis. Nicole Design Queen sent $2, says, happy birthday, beautiful. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Lindell says, am I wrong for saying you keep getting hotter as you get older? It has increased security. Is it increased security and confidence in yourself? Thank you so much. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I think as you get older, you do, you feel a bit more secure with yourself. You're not really too much worried about pleasing people. You're just living your life. And I think it just kind of brings out a confidence in you, and yeah, it's very interesting. Now that I'm in my 40s and stuff, I feel like I do more. I'm living my best life now. Like, you know, my kids are grown, so I don't have to like really worry about babysitters, and like I can just up and go. Like I'm enjoying my life more now than I even did when I was younger. You know, and like even when we was leaving the club, everybody was laughing because again, we leave the club, here comes the YNs. And when I say I don't mean that derogatory, because I'm not saying that, you know, this person is a thug or nothing like that. I don't know. But, you know, just like the young guys. And so everybody was laughing like, there go T and these young. But again, I just walked out the club. I didn't, you know what I mean? So I don't know what it is. It's maybe it's just the confidence, you know, but it is. I feel, I don't know. I feel a lot more confident now in my 40s than I even did in my 30s. You know, and it's like, too, as you get older, you're just more health conscious. You're more conscious about what you eat, drink, you know, taking your vitamins, you know, walking. Like I walk a lot. I walk every day, twice a day. I'm in my garden. I'm grounding myself. Like I'm living a really peaceful life. And I love it. I love it. So, yeah, I think as you get older, you just, you know, you feel cool. Like I was out yesterday at like a little like pub place. And, you know, it's like a few other Leos. And it was so funny because all the girls are trying to guess each other's ages. Now, the one girl did say she was 25, and I didn't mean to scream because I did not think she was 25. I was like, 25? I think the way I said it was like, because I did not expect, because everybody else was like, you know, oh, you know, 35, 38. She was like, no, I'm 25. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. I don't know. She just looked a lot older than 25, you know? But it was funny because I was like, okay, you know, I'm Leo, guess my birthday. And they all said like 28, 29. Nobody thought over 30. And I was like, and they're like 28, 29. I was like, no, like 31, 32. I was like, keep going. And they just stopped at 35. They're like, I'm not going to go past 35. I don't want to offend you. So I was like, okay, cool, keep it there. Keep it there. But yeah, I just think, you know, that's why I just want to reiterate to young people, like, stop being scared to turn 30. Like, 30 is not a death sentence. Don't listen to these dusty red pillars who are like, yeah, once a girl's over the age of 30, you know what I'm saying, they're whack. They might as well just, you know, roll over and die. Fuck that. You have your whole life ahead of you. 30 is not old. And that also goes for the young men. Because I know a lot of people are so scared to, like, you know, come out of their 20s and they feel like once they get to 30, if they're not at a certain level or have a certain amount of money in the bank, that they failed in life. So I do understand you have so much more life to live. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and enjoy where you're at in life, you know, and just live it to your fullest. But understand that life does not stop at 30. Because I'm telling you, a lot of these 40-year-olds are giving folks a run for their damn money. Even like the 40-year-old men, you know, a lot of them are in, you know, yeah, a lot of them are, you know, in shape, taking care of themselves, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, these millennials, honey, clock that tea. So, I mean, it's funny now. It's like when I hang out with the boys, you know, nobody ever, well, I mean, it's been like that our whole life. Nobody's ever would think that, you know, we're mother and son when they first initially meet us. I remember I took them to Rod Wave to like my youngest son's birthday. Like I got him Rod Wave tickets. So, you know, I'm with the boys and it was like girls were like texting my oldest son like, oh, so who's that you're with? And oh, so you just gonna be out with another girl? And so he was like, come over here, just come here. And they would come and he'd be like, yeah, mother, this is such and such. And they were just like, oh, my God, you're his mom. Oh, I thought he was out on a date. Like, no, I'm his mom. You know, because maybe they're shocked that somebody's mom would be at Rod Wave. I don't know. But it was just funny because they were like literally texting him, like confronting him. He's like, just come over here. Let me go ahead and introduce. Like, this is my mom. You know, so it's funny. Yeah. Aging is a blessing, y'all. I'm telling y'all. It's okay. Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed to get older, because like I always tell y'all, the opposite of that is death. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Miss A, what's up, sis? She said the brunch was lit. We ate up all the grits. Y'all drank that bottomless. Y'all drank the bottom out of that bottomless mimosa. Then people was ready for us to go. They had to cut on the lights. Like, come on, it's 5 o'clock. Y'all supposed to be out of here at 4. And y'all know I don't drink. And even I had some of that mimosa. It was very good. Now that rum punch, that was too strong. I took a sip of that. I was like, hell no. But that mimosa was really good. It tasted like juice for the most part. I'd never had mimosa before. So that was like fun to like drink some of that. I liked it that. But that food was good. It was good. But y'all turned up. Y'all turned up for real. It was fun up in there. And then you know how I know we're getting older? I don't know what's going on with these young DJs, but y'all are not going to play in my face, okay? So when we went to, what was that? We was at Boogaloo. And it was like all just this, and I'm okay with like young music, trap music, whatever. But I don't want to hear that the whole night. And it was just like all this, peen and coochie, like that's all they were talking about. And so I'm like sending Norris like, okay, I can't we're just sitting here. So Norris goes to the DJ and was like, everybody over there is at least over the age of 30. Can you mix it up? Can you play some other stuff? These DJs are literally like, they don't even understand. And I thought it was like something funny at first when I saw that video that went viral on Instagram when the girl was like, anything in like the mid 2010s, anything like, what'd she say? Like 2010, like 2000s to like 2015, all that is old school. Nobody wants to listen to that. And I really thought she was just trying to be funny, but we literally had to tell them the names. I'm like, yeah, play some R&B, play some, I don't consider that old school hip hop. I just consider that like, 2010s music. They were like, it's like he was confused. We might as well have been like, oh, play Journey from the 80s. Like even the boy at the brunch, like, how many times we have to be like, yo, can you play Destiny's Child? Can you play Trina? Can you play SWV? And he just had this blank stare. I'm like, is our music old now? Like, is that considered old people's music? Because they really played in our faces. He eventually played it, but I'm really thinking our music is old school now. That happened twice in, the night before and then at the brunch. We literally had to be like, do you know who TLC is? Play some TLC. Play, because he couldn't even think old school. He was like, I don't even know. Because he kept playing like more modern. Like, okay, cool. We're cool with the scissors but we want stuff that we, like, as soon as you play it, we know the words. We're able to like do karaoke, have fun with it. These new DJs are just like blank stare. I asked him, I say, hey, can you play David Banner? Real girls get down on the floor, like a pimp. Like that's my song. Like a pimp, He was so confused. I'm like, you don't know Little Flippin' David Banner like a pimp? Real hoes get down on the floor. Like, then he finally like found it. I guess in the archives of, hip hop. I don't know. I'm like, damn, I'm not asking for music from 1990. I didn't say play Vanilla Ice Baby or MC Hammer. You can't touch this. This is David Banner and Little Flip. I'm like, what in the Gen Z is going on here? I'm like, I think our music is really old now, you guys. Millennials, our music is considered old. These young DJs do not get it. So if you want old school music, get DJs 35 and up, 40s. Because the DJ that we had in Nashville, DJ 718, he's cold. Okay? He understood the assignment. We stayed on the dance floor and he mixed it up. He played old school. He played Kendrick, a little bit of Drake. But again, he's an older gentleman and he killed it. These young DJs, they're just confused. KK says you don't know that song. KK, how old are you? You have to be Gen Alpha. You don't know David Banner and Little Flip? By the time I hit the dough, I saw hoes on the floor. Spending all day dough. Me, I ain't looking for no sex, but I'd rather get or a new Rolex. I can't say all the words because, the algorithm. You don't know like a pimp. Real hoes get, and then you do the little dancing. Oh my God, don't get me started. Either way, he finally played it, but it took him a while to find the song. So I guess our music is old now, y'all. If you're not asking for NBA Youngboy, Lil Durk, and I don't know, whatever, hip rappers. They're not. Somebody said, who is David Banner? Rachel, like, when were y'all born? The chat got me cracking up because half the chat is rocking. They understand the lyrics. The other kids are like, who is David Banner? Who's Little Flip? Sunshine, I can be you, baby boy. You can call me your baby girl. Maybe we can spend some time. I can be your sunshine. That is Little Flip. He had a song with, I forgot the girl that sang the hook, but he was beefing back in the day with T.I. That's kind of what made T.I. popular. They had a big beef. Atlanta versus Houston. T.I. won the beef. And Little Flip, we really don't hear anything from Little Flip anymore. But I remember when I was like, I think I had to be 18, 19. They came up here to Minneapolis. And they performed, and I got a chance to meet Little Flip. And I remember he was really short, but he was cool. Like, we got to go backstage and hang out with him and everything. That's my Little Flip story, child. Oh, her name was Leah. That was my song, Sunshine. What? Me and my ex-husband, I was his baby girl. That was our song. And he would rap Little Flip's first, and I would sing the girl's part. Y'all bring back memories, child. We had good music back then. Y'all's music, okay, I'm cool with it, but all that, yeah, come over here and give me that P. I was like, I'm not about to keep dancing. Like, I need some, you know what I mean? I know we was getting on these nerves, but I'm like, look, we're the most poppin' section here. It's my birthday. It's Leo season. We're going to be coming up requesting shit, okay? I know he thought he was going to play trap music the whole night. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. I think he got tired of me and Norris. Because if she wasn't going up there, I was going up there. Oh, my gosh. Let's see here. Nicole says, let's see, a little birthday blessings, queen. I'm glad you're alive. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Kitty the Jackson sent 1999 says, T, we cannot claim Umar Johnson. I vote no. Thank you, Leo Nation. We're not claiming him. That is the dustiest Leo I've ever seen. You know how Leos get down. Absolutely not. Shar J sent 5 says, all Zodiacs have their stepchild. Umar is the Leos. Happy birthday, lovely. Thank you so much. Who is the stepchild of y'all Zodiacs? Somebody write the stepchild of y'all Zodiacs. Because Umar is definitely it for us. Like, I'm so disappointed. He, like, at this point, he's embarrassing us. Stop screaming, Leo Nation. Okay? We don't claim you. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead. I've been on here an hour. I want to hit on this topic as well. Okay. We got to talk about this situation that went down in Atlanta with THood. So let me just talk about that. So before it broke on the blogs, so India was in my suite. She was cutting up like, just fruit, getting stuff ready. And she was like, did you hear what's going on with Kirk and Rashida? And I'm like, the last thing I saw about them, they were back on social media beefing with, y'all said Diddy. Ooh. For the Geminis. Diddy for the Scorpios. I'm going to have to go reading through these. I want to know everybody's stepchild. Trump for the Geminis. Pisces, Krishan. Ooh. Okay. Jody Areras, The Killer, and 50 Cent. What sign are they? So it looks like a lot of people are saying, Tyrese, Capricorn. Ooh. Natalie Nunn, Capricorn. Oh, so everybody has somebody. Okay, I feel better now. So other Zodiacs see like people that they don't, okay, I thought it was just R. Kelly. I don't even know what symbol that is, love. You got to write it out. The only symbol I know is Leo. I don't know what that purple thing is. You got to write out the names for me. I don't read other people's symbols, Zodiac symbols. I don't know what the purple thing meant. Somebody said Blueface for Aquarius. Ah. Ray J, Capricorn. That's interesting. Okay, so there's one in every Zodiac. Well, thank you for pointing that out, because I was starting to feel bad. Like, where did this bozo come from? He ain't a part of the damn Leo crew. But so anyhow, she's telling me. I'm telling. I'm like, no. The last time I heard about Kirk and Rashida was them going back and forth with K Michelle on the Shade Room, because Kirk had posted that Rashida had way more record sales than K Michelle, and and I'm sitting here like, what year is this? Like 2011? Like, why is Kirk Rashida trending again? And I guess because Rashida was planning on going on tour. So then she tells me, well, it just happened a few hours ago in the middle of the night. They're saying that Kai done shot T Hood. I said, Rashida's son Kai? She said T Hood's sister was on TikTok blasting them. And that Kay, who is Kirk Frost's daughter, she was dating T Hood. Supposedly her and T Hood got into some type of domestic dispute, and she called her brothers to come. Now, let me ask y'all this, tea sippers. Who remembers when I've said that as women, put a teacup if y'all remember this, as women, we need to stop calling our cousins, our brothers, and involving them in our beefs with men. Because there are too many young men, uncles, daddies, brothers, cousins in the graveyard because they went to go defend their sister, their aunties, their mama's honor and caught a bullet. Y'all remember that? I talked about that a few years ago. I've never been a fan of that because I feel like you never know how things would escalate. Emotions are high. Your brothers are going to want to come and protect you because you're their sister. They see this guy as the bad guy. But then they can come and do all that. And then 2 weeks later, a month later, y'all are back in love. I've known a few people who have lost their lives that way. They came to defend a relative and ended up dying. And that's one thing I've always told myself I would never do. And I got people I know who will ride for me. Okay? I got some fucking big homies from several sets who will ride for me. But you know what? I'm just the type, I don't want anybody going to jail, putting themselves in a situation behind me. If it's that bad, I'm going to call the police. If he was beating your ass or doing whatever, call the police. Have them de-escalate it. You never want to bring men together, especially when it comes to like a heated issue and conflict, because men move off of ego. No one wants to feel like they're getting punked or they're losing out on a situation. And I think too with Kai, not saying that Kai's a punk, because I mean, I watched him on, I've met him in real life too. I've met him, Rashida Kirk, at Rashida's birthday party. But even on the show, you know, he was kind of, you know, tough and go back and forth with the siblings and stuff like that. And sometimes when you've been on reality television or people feel like you got money or you're raised a certain way, sometimes they feel like they need to show out even more. Case in point, King, T.I. and Tiny's son. Now, he has calmed down a lot since he's had that baby. But remember how King was running around here like he didn't grow up with money, like he wasn't T.I.'s son. Like somebody in Atlanta wouldn't do something to him if he ran across the wrong person. And I think sometimes, you know, it could have been that situation where, you know, this is a hood rapper, you know, the brother felt like, you know, you're not about to punk me. I don't care who you are, and egos. And now they're saying he's on the run. Kirk is hiding him. Kirk and Rashida are both strangely quiet. Now, all weekend they was talking shit and clapping back to K Michelle. Then this popped off. We ain't heard nothing from them. They're also coming out and saying that it might be self-defense. But the mama of the boy of T Hood is saying it's not. So let me see. Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Like I'm asking the same.
Okay, that was the one. I don't know why everything is playing automatically. I'm trying to find the videos that I had. was the self-defense one. I have a lot of clips, sorry. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this was the first initial clip about THood. So we're gonna watch, this is when it first broke.
Shot and killed in Gwinnett County has been identified.
Hold on. Okay. Here's the video here.
Shot and killed in Gwinnett County has been identified as an Atlanta rapper. Investigators say the victim was 33-year-old Tevin Hood, also known as THood. He was best known for his songs Ready to Go and Percolator. Now, he posted on social media just weeks ago promoting a concert in Atlanta. Investigators say the shooting stemmed from an argument at a house in unincorporated Snellville on Friday night. And officers say they detained a person at that home but have not yet announced any arrests. Shot and killed in Gwinnett County has been identified.
Why does that want to pause? Okay, so now let me show y'all this other video here. So now they're saying that it might be some type of self-defense. So
rapper known as THood. Officers say the man who shot him did stay on the scene. They say the rapper's shooting death may have been self-defense. Friday night, police found Tevin Hood shot at a home on Lee Road near Snellville. Hood was an Atlanta rapper known as THood. Officers say the man who shot him did stay on the scene. They say the shooting all stemmed from a domestic disturbance that left a woman hurt. Police say the gunman arrived at the home and appears to have shot Hood in the driveway.
So now they're saying it's self-defense. Let me show y'all this other video here of they're saying that they got Kay Frost, who was the sister who called her brothers, you know, about the THood situation. They're saying that they got her on audio admitting that basically her brother shot him. Let me pull this up here. Hold on. All right. Let me pull this up a bit. So this is what they're posting on social media. It's crazy. So we're going to go ahead and listen. So they're saying here, Kay Frost admitted her brother killed Tevin Hood, and he's literally in hiding.
I don't know. They maybe have the wrong information. They tried to find him. They sent the little SWAT team with the little shit with the big iron. They came and he was taken into handcuffs. I told you that was wrong. I don't condone that shit. I don't give a fuck brother or not. Like, I hear what y'all are saying, but y'all, like, you can't, like, I don't condone that shit. It's more to the story, so I don't know.
Well, I don't understand how they would let him out if you told them that your brother shot Tevin. They wouldn't, they supposed to have him. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to find out.
So, yeah, please do it. Like, I'm asking the same questions. What I'm saying is, like...
Okay, when can we get his things, Kay?
I don't know. They maybe have the wrong information. They tried to find him. They sent the little SWAT team with the little shit with the big iron. They came and he was taken into handcuffs. I told you that was wrong. I don't condone that shit. I don't give a fuck brother or not. Like, I hear what y'all are saying, but y'all, like, you can't, like, I don't condone that.
Do you see how fake that is? She says, I don't condone that shit, brother or not. Why did you call your brothers there? Why did you even get your family involved in your domestic dispute? And now she's quick to throw the brother under the bus, knowing that the brother came to fight for her honor. And who knows what made him be dumb enough to pull out a gun and shoot somebody 5 times is insane. But the fact is, your brother wouldn't have been there had you not called them to pull up. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I just hate when females play these games. I'm going to get my brothers, I'm going to get my cousins. And then it gets too real. Now your man is gone, and your brother, if they find him, is going to be looking at time. If they can't prove that it's self-defense, which to me is going to be hard to prove that because they're saying that T Hood got shot in the back. So for him to get shot in the back, it means that he was walking away. And my thing is, why are you even on the phone having any conversation that can be recorded? You really shouldn't be saying shit. And you shouldn't be accepting no phone calls unless it's coming from your immediate family. So again, I will always say this. I've said this before. Any issues with your man, call the police. I know a lot of people feel like, well, I don't want my man to go to jail. But you also don't want to put your brothers, your kids, your cousins. You don't want to put people in a situation where they may end up locked up because it escalates more than just a fight. Somebody pulls out a gun. Because again, when you're talking about a situation like that, men are going to be moving in ego. The boyfriend is moving in ego because he don't want to get punked by the brothers. The brothers, don't want to feel like there's some punks just because you see them on reality television, they can get down too. So I'm sure this was like a big ego fest. And now reality's hitting her, but for her to be trying to throw her brother under the bus is insane because you made the phone call. And a lot of y'all know the cousins, the brothers, the ones that you shouldn't be calling because they're not coming to de-escalate. They're coming to turn the fuck up. And a lot of people enjoy stuff like that. It happens all the time at school. People will start stuff. Well, I'm going to get my big cousin. I'm going to get my brother. I'm going to get my sister. And then when something escalates and somebody gets cut or stabbed or shot, then it's all this, oh, woe is me. So we have to really think twice. This is just a sad situation all the way around. I'm not necessarily blaming her solely, right? Because people do this. This is not what she's done has been done since the beginning of time. What I'm saying is that I want young people to understand that before you make that phone call to your homeboys, your big homies, your sons, your brothers, think twice. If this situation escalates, because obviously your man ain't no punk. If this escalates, are you going to be cool with where the circumstance ends up at? Especially if you're sending people to a situation who you know are about that life. So it's unfortunate all the way around. But like I always tell y'all, learn from the mistakes of other people so that way you're not destined to repeat them. If this was a domestic violence situation, she should have called the cops. Let the cops handle it. He'll be out in a day or two if it ain't done, if it's not too serious. But to have your brothers pull up, it just doesn't end good. It does not end good. And for me, it's like, Cameron says you have a personal story to tell about this. Well, it's not a Zoom meeting. I don't know if you can't raise your hand and tell us. I don't know if you want to type it in the chat or you want to tell us on Zoom tomorrow. Maybe you can, because I'm going to have a Zoom meeting tomorrow. Maybe you can tell us in Zoom since you have a personal story to share about it. But yeah, it's really sad. Like I said, I've known people who've lost their lives that way. That's why it's like, even like, especially when I go through like, just internet shit, when you're on the internet, I have family and friends and people who really care about me, who be in the comments, who see stuff. And yeah, they want to turn up because they know me personally and they care about me and they love me. And it's like, I'm saying, this person got you fucked up. They, like what they don't think you have peoples that will ride for you. And it's like, well, it's not even about that. I don't want to see any of my people locked up behind some stupid internet shit. So I let them talk. That's what people do. You know what I'm saying? I care too much about my friends, my families, my big homies to send anybody on a mission to go avenge something that somebody said on the internet or a video that somebody made. Who gives a fuck? Because when they see me in the real world, it's all teeth. I don't even give up that type of energy that you can just come and just be mean and disrespect me because that's not how I carry myself, So it's like I never worry about it. But, sometimes you'll have people be like, okay, who the fuck is this bozo, talking shit. Like, everybody's not just like, people do ride hard for the females in their family. And a lot of guys think they can just come online and just say whatever. And you don't understand. People got big brothers, homies, and all types of shit that will catch your ass slipping. But it's been a lot of times I just put out the fires because for me, it's not that serious. I don't need y'all riding for me and getting locked up. I don't care enough. So I just think people just have to be really mindful of that. You don't ever want to put your family in a situation where they're going to jail behind something that just could have been prevented. I just think if it's that serious, call the police and have the police handle it. Don't put your family members in a situation or your close friends. Yeah. And he's young. He's only 24. Yeah, Kai is 24 years old. So, I mean, unless he can really prove that it's self-defense, I don't see how. Because the mama was out here hooping and hollering saying that. Okay, the mother wrote on social media, she says he was walking away and got 5 shots in the back. People, this is serious. We will not let this ride. I need everyone to post up. We will not be defeated. I know you're watching, telling me to keep fighting for you. I love you. My celebrity, justice for THood. And then another thing too, when things like this happen, it just doesn't like die off with him. Then you'll have where the family members, you know, how do you know that? You know, I'm sure THood got peoples too. He got cousins and people who care about him. So now what if they roll up on Frost Bistro, which is Rashida and Kirk's business, and they, you know, Atlanta's already dealing with a lot of violence, a lot of unnecessary shootings, a lot of fractions and, you know, tensions. Even at the Metro Boomin event that I went to for Metro Boomin, it was a lot of tension in there. You know, I had a good time. I have fun wherever I'm at, but I'm big on energy. You know, you got Young Thug, Little Baby, 21 Savage, and then, you know, just different cliques. There's a lot of tension in there. So I just hate the fact that it got to this point, you know. So I just hope that people just think twice, you know, before involving your family into stuff. If you're not going to involve them to be mediators and, you know, come to some type of peaceful solution, do not involve your family, especially the ones who turn up. Don't involve them. It's not worth it. So it's just sad because all these people are so young. You know, Kai's 24. I think Kay's like 26. THood, I mean, I think he's maybe 30 and under. You know, these are all young people. So it's really sad. Bernie said, this reminds me of Young Dolph. Empress says, now they got a storyline. Ooh, the shade, honey. Not a storyline for Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he should have kept his hands to himself. I'm not saying that he shouldn't, but again, we don't know what all happened. So again, if somebody's putting hands on you, call the police. Don't just sit there and get your ass whooped. Call the police. There's consequences. You put hands on me, that's why there's 911. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do that first before you call up your brother and your cousins and, you know, things escalate. Because that's the part that's very, very scary. Is you're calling somebody to come defend you, but you don't know how it might end. He was 33? Okay. Still young. Somebody said, call the po-po, ho. Y'all are a mess. Okay, so let's go ahead. I want to talk next about the Shakari Richardson situation. Please hit the like button. There's over 7,000 people in here. We only got about 2,000 likes. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please hit the like button, y'all. So Shakari. She is getting drugged on social media. If you guys don't know, a few days ago, she was arrested at the airport because she put hands on her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is also a track star. And it went viral. So we're going to start with that video first. Let me go ahead and pull that video up of her boyfriend.
The video shows Richardson shoving her.
Oh, let me pause that. Okay, here's the video. Hold on. Okay, I'm just getting it set up here. Okay. So this is the video of Shakari and her man. And you can see at the top half here where she's like running up and putting hands on him. So we're going to go ahead and watch this real quick.
The video shows Richardson shoving her boyfriend, fellow sprinter Christian Coleman, several times. According to court records, Richardson was arrested on a domestic assault charge and spent 18 hours in jail. She reportedly told police on the scene she was upset Coleman was using her headphones. The police report says Coleman declined to press charges. The video shows Richardson shoving her boyfriend, fellow...
So this went viral, her putting hands on him. Suppose it was over headphones, which is just crazy. And so this sparked a lot of debate because a lot of people were saying that if this was a man, if Shakari was a man and put hands on a woman, he would have lost endorsement deals. He'd been demonized. But because it's Shakari, it's a female putting hands on a man, there's a lot of excuses. Here goes like more close-up version for y'all who didn't get a chance to see it. So you see her here in his face. He's trying to walk away, and she's just putting hands on him. She punched him. He's still trying to walk away. Look how she shoved him. He's trying to walk away again. She's still hitting him. Like, that's a hard shove. Then he comes back. And he's trying to, defend himself. Like, get away from me. Still hitting him. Wow. And what's this? Look how she's like in his face yelling at him. What's disturbing to me about this? One, if you're comfortable doing that in public, what are you doing behind closed doors? And I would say this if it was a man or a woman. I don't care. If you're comfortable putting hands on somebody like that in public, because several times he tried to walk away, get away from her, and she kept following him, kept going to put hands on him, shoved him. What are you doing behind the scenes? How are you treating that man or woman behind the scenes? Because an airport is probably one of the most uncomfortable places to be in. There's cameras everywhere. You're already nervous. You just want to make sure this plane doesn't crash. Compliments of the new FAA. You just want to get to your location in the airport, get a little comfortable seat, eat a snack until it's time to board. So the fact that she's doing all of that is just, it's insane. And the thing is, even after this went viral, he still tried to defend her. He's a good man, Savannah. He still defended her. Let's watch this video here. Okay, this is him here, Christian. Let me find I think we had on Instagram. Okay. So this is him. They're talking to him. He did a recent interview, so we're going to watch this real quick where he kind of talks about it.
Emotions and stuff like that. And she have like things that she need to work on for herself, of course. So do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if like I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like I just look at like situations like this to just like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And like, and I hate the narrative too of just like, you know what I'm saying, it's so negative. But like I said, it's just like in the state of Seattle, even talking to the cop or whatever, it was just like, it really was nothing I could do. It's just like, I understood. But I mean, like I said, it was just a sucky situation. But she's a human being and a great person. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like we've been able to be like really good teammates like all year. And I hate that narrative too because, you know, it's coming together like we're just two like real dominant personalities. And she's, to me, the best female athlete in the world. Like I see it every day. And like, you know, for me in my process, like I just said, like moving training groups, a whole new environment, a whole new, you know what I'm saying, training setup, different than what I've been in the past, like, you know, 10 years of my, you know, track and field career. And transitioning and then still coming back running 9.8 and feeling like I got so much more to give. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my path, that's my journey, and like being so up close and personal with her every day. And like I watched this girl like fall on the track like in February and walk it off like it was, you know what I'm saying, like a cramp, but get back up and had to take like a month and a half of just like rehab and trying to come back. And then 3 weeks later like have a competition and like, you know what I'm saying, like she just has a lot of things going on and like a lot of emotions and forces going on inside of her that like not only I can understand, but you know nobody can, because she 1-on-1 and I'm 1-on-1 too. And so I know everything is happening in God's plan, because obviously he's 1-on-1. And so that's really the main focus and the thing that I just wanted to say. And I know that like it's been a tough journey for her this year, but she gonna bounce back. And like I said, I see it every day. She's the best female athlete in the world, and she gonna be just fine. She gonna be good, and I'm gonna be good too. So it is what it is. Personally.
Really sweet guy. The fact that the way he addressed that in public, he didn't use that as a way to bash her, shame her. But he's also giving me low-key battered husband vibes. You know, when somebody has been in an abusive situation for so long, they start to normalize it. It also gives me narcissistic abuse. When you're in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, you dim yourself. You dim your light. You walk on eggshells. You wanna keep the peace because you don't want to argue. So you don't bring up the issues that person is doing because you just want to keep the peace. You don't want to deal with the drama. You don't want to deal with their anger. And I'm not saying, you know, I don't know either one of these two from a can of paint. But that's the vibe I'm getting from him. That this is a very, because she came out very domineering, very, you know what I mean? Like in the video, very, very aggressive. And for that to be over headphones, it's like if you're mad like that over headphones, how do you behave if you ask him to take out the trash and he doesn't do it right away? You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it too deep, but it's like I can feel his energy. It's like a sense of sadness. He's trying to say all the right things. He's walking on eggshells. Sad. They're young. They're very young. So she ended up coming out with an apology, and people weren't trying to hear it. This was Now, mind you, y'all just heard this was August 3rd, right? So this was 10 days ago. You know, he's defending her, you know, giving her grace, God's love. Then she came out with her apology, and a lot of people were not feeling it. If I can find it, what the heck? Where did her apology go? I have a lot of clips up here. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, here it is. I knew I had them. Like, I knew I had it up here. So, let's see. So this was the first apology she put out there. She says, I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love. From what I've experienced in my past, due to my past trauma and pain, I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it, but give it. I love him, and to him, I can't apologize enough. My apologize should be just as loud as my actions, honestly louder. To Christian, I love you and I'm sorry. SR. So a lot of people are upset about this apology because they felt like you don't get to weaponize your past trauma, because if that was a man who said that, you know, well, he came from an abusive childhood and his mama was mean to him and his daddy used to whoop him with the belt, no one would give a fuck. So people were like, no, you don't get to blame it on your past trauma. Your behavior was not right. So then at that point is when she came out on video and did a video apology. So we're going to go ahead and listen to that now.
Hey y'all, it's Shakari, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to run away, but not refuse to run, but I refuse to run away, but face everything that comes to me head on, because everything on the other side is greater, but you got to go through in order to get there. So I'm Shakari, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and one love, much love, and y'all be blessed.
So then that's when she came out with the second, apology. But her discussion of the issue, I didn't like how she came off in that video. When I watched how he came off, very like just defending her and making sure that she wasn't the bad guy. And she came off, her so-called apology wasn't really an apology. It was more about her and I'm just going to do better. And, she didn't really even mention him during that whole little speech until she had to rewrite that apology. So the way she addressed it definitely didn't sit well with me compared to how he addressed it. That's why I kind of felt like there was a sadness in his eyes, and maybe that he's dealing with some type of narcissistic abuse behind the scenes because she's the bigger star. But now, the reason why we're talking about this is because the body cam footage came out today. It's about 18 minutes. We're not going to watch the full 18 minutes. We're going to watch halfway. And the body cam footage left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So we're going to go ahead and watch that now. So give me just a second to pull that up here. Okay, here's the body cam footage here.
push you again. Ever. You gotta go this way. Okay. Can we please like hold these, like protect, like show these or something? Like this is like completely unacceptable. When we were in a relationship, we had an argument. Are you serious right now? So I'm under arrest for assault right now. Okay, let's just go. I'm not resisting or anything. We know you're not. I'm not resisting. So that's on record, correct? Yes, it's on audio, video. Everything's being audio, video, camera. Yep. Absolutely. Can I at least get the handcuffs off? Like, I'm not violent or anything. It's policy when you guys go to jail. It's policy. So are y'all gonna arrest him? I'm planning on pressing charges on him then.
Okay. Objection. So first you think that you shouldn't be in handcuffs. Why? Because you're a celebrity? Regular people get put in handcuffs all the time. You committed a crime, ma'am. And then I don't understand how she's trying to turn it around on him and say that he should be arrested too. We watched the video. That man tried to walk away from you several times and you literally went back into his energy field and was putting hands on him, pushing him. You were the aggressor in that situation. So how do you, as the aggressor, then say, I'm going to also press charges on him? How does that work? Wow. Let's keep watching.
Okay, I plan on pressing charges on him. But this right here, I feel like it's completely unacceptable. We had an argument as in a relationship. And y'all didn't see me put hands on me, but y'all saw me put hands on him. So, okay. Excuse me. So, am I going to jail? You are going to jail. Who's going to bail me out? You can make a phone call when you get there. Are you serious right now? You're going to have to go see a judge first before that. Can I please make a call to my family right now? Nope. Are you serious? Can I make a protest for me? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, okay. Who would I be able to call right now? Any numbers that I know? You can bring your phone with you to jail. Okay, thank you so much. When that happens, and you can ask them. When y'all let me go, can I call and press charges on him? If possible? But because y'all have me on camera, y'all arrested me, correct? And y'all didn't even listen to my side of the story. Y'all just arrested me, correct? So I just want to hear that part of the story. Because I have proof that, and if everything, okay, I'm not even I'm not resisting.
I mean, I don't understand. Does she not think that they came to arrest you because they watched this at the airport? There are cameras everywhere. So had he put hands on her as well, it would be on camera. The airport is the most camera-filled place you can go. So why did they not also arrest him then if y'all were both hitting on each other? Because it wasn't a two-way street. It was a one-way street, ma'am. You were the one putting hands on him. Once again, she's being very narcissistic. It's all about her. Fuck how he's feeling. You literally put hands on this man in public, pushed him. How embarrassing is that as a man? Wow.
I just feel like this is crazy. And y'all didn't even listen to the woman's side of the story, but y'all accept the fact that it wasn't on video. Has she been read yet? No, I haven't had any rights read to me. We're going to go ahead and read your rights. Please don't read me my rights because I feel like, do I have to stay in jail for the night? Are you telling me that? I have to go to jail for the night? Yes. Do I have money if I can bail out tonight? Can I bail out tonight? No, you have to see a jail. You have to see a judge. Stay in jail for the night? Are you kidding me right now? I have to go to jail tonight? Hold on. I'm not arguing. I'm just asking questions. You have the right to remain silent. Can I get out tomorrow? Anything you can be used. Get out tomorrow? Okay. I'm just asking, yes. Can I get out tomorrow? If you can afford to hire a lawyer, I can afford a lawyer. For questions if you wish. Okay, I have a lawyer. I can pay for a lawyer. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and just take everything out of your pocket. Okay, but on my phone, all the numbers that I have. Okay, listen up, all right? I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that all the numbers that I have are on my phone. Each of these rights I've explained to you. Are you serious right now? Yes. Are you serious right now? Yes, I am. I can pay for it for me to get out of the situation. You understand your rights? I understand my rights. Okay. Are you serious right now? Yes. Okay. Yes. I'm not gonna fight you. Take whatever you need. Just take it. Just take it. I'm not fighting or resisting. Thank you. Let me know. I just want to record that I'm not resisting. Okay. I'm in a domestic violent relationship. I'm in a domestic violent relationship and y'all capture me. I can show you proof of me being in a domestic violent relationship. And he won't even come out here enough to help me. Do you have anything underneath this? No, I just have only a bra.
You just have a bra?
I just have a bra on.
I'm just gonna sit down real quick just to make sure
Okay.
there's nothing in there.
Okay. Who would I have to call to get out of jail? I just have a bra. If not, miss that. Like, I don't have a bra. Who would I have to call to get out of jail?
Salt 4 DB.
So I have to stay
At the
tonight?
checkpoint.
Can I call anybody?
Yes, once you get
On again, off again, boyfriend.
I don't know. I'm not lying.
Interviewed him and
You go ahead and say, hey, this is the number I need.
you want to take your cash with you?
Okay, thank you.
You want to take your cash with you to jail?
Yes, can I bail myself out?
You got to see a judge first.
I have to see a judge. Like, I can't even bail myself out. Can he say that I wasn't being domestic? Like, we had an argument as a relationship.
Okay, so now which one is it? Now, just 10 minutes ago, you wanted to press charges on him because he was putting hands on you too, even though there's no evidence of that. And now you're saying, can he basically do you a solid by saying that it wasn't a domestic violence situation? Like, come on, girl.
Okay, I'm not resisting. I promise you. I promise you. I don't have anything in my pocket. I'm just asking. If he says that I wasn't being domestic, y'all still are going to arrest me no matter what, correct?
Yes.
Y'all still going to arrest me, so I have...
Yes, because you put hands on somebody in public. And what kind of narcissistic manipulation is that? That you want him to say that that you didn't do anything to him when it's on camera. It's not like he caught the police on her. They saw her putting hands on him in the airport and the airport police came. They, you know what I mean? They can arrest you for any little thing. All of those cameras are being watched. So they're watching the situation unfold. You committed a crime. So to have him say that you didn't do anything to him is insane. Wow, Shakari, I'm really shocked.
I have to stay in jail overnight tonight because of him, and he's not going to come and bail me out.
Objection. It's not because of him, it's because of you. These were your actions. You put hands on him. You pushed him, and you did it publicly. He doesn't have to bail you out. I swear this generation does not understand consequences for your actions. You break the law, there are consequences. And you're not above them because you're a celebrity, because you're a track star. That means nothing. And especially being that this was done in public at the airport. They're going to move. They're going to do what they need to do.
I want to put your ID back in here,
Okay, I just have a question. Can I get bailed out tonight?
Not tonight.
So I have to stay in jail tonight? Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I gotta see a judge in the morning.
Please, like he can tell you that we were arguing. I'm not resisting. Please do whatever you gotta do. I'm not resisting. But can he tell you that we were arguing? Like, can he come in here and tell you that we were arguing? Like, does that help me at all? Are you serious?
That's alright, Cassie.
Please, I have a question. Does that help at all that if he come out and say we were arguing? Okay, I'm not resisting, please. Whatever you gotta do. But can he come and say that we were arguing, like we're in a relationship? We had a argument. Carrie. Can he come and say that we were arguing? Like, that's what I'm asking. Like, we were arguing. We never just relationship. Like, I know y'all understand that. But I have to go to jail tonight. Like, even if I bail out and he says that he's not even out here.
We don't have any discretion about that. The judge says we have to go to jail and we have to see a judge.
Are you serious? Like, I have work, like everything. We're in a relationship. We had an argument, and that's how y'all gonna treat me. He's not even out here. Can y'all talk to him? But I'm going to jail. Are you serious? I'm not pushing. I'm not resisting. I don't have anything on.
I know. I just have to check.
I don't have anything on. You can everything. I don't have anything.
I just have to check.
Are you serious? He's not even coming out to vouch for me. Can he come and vouch for me? Like nothing. I'm just asking questions. I'm not resisting at all. He can't come out here. He can't come out here?
No, because, girl, objection. He's not going to come out there because you are the aggressor. You put hands on him. Yeah, I'm getting annoyed watching this and I'm trying not to be annoyed. But if the roles were reversed and this was a man out there screaming, tell her to come out here. Tell her to vouch for me, bro. I didn't put hands on her, bro. We were just arguing, bro. No, everybody be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Go to jail. She literally wants the man that she put hands on to come out and vouch for her. No. You're the aggressor. He's the victim. They're not going to have the victim come out and vouch for you. That's insane.
Are you serious?
You guys have a chance to talk?
Are you serious, ma'am?
I am.
We had an argument. I'm not resistant. Can y'all just talk to me as a person?
I am talking to you.
I would legit leave him alone. Like, I won't go nowhere near him, please.
We don't have that discretion on this call.
I'm asking you. I haven't done anything but argue with my boyfriend.
We have you.
I had a boyfriend. We had an argument.
I understand that. However,
I don't have a car. I had a layover. Are you serious right now? Are you dead ass right now? And I have to stay in jail overnight for this?
You have to see a
I
judge.
can't even bail out tonight.
Correct.
Can I at least pay for bail? I cannot bail out? Can I at least take the clothes off in the back seat, please? I'm not going to resist y'all.
You want the coat off?
My name is Shakari Richardson.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I don't have anything. You can take my hat off. I don't have anything on me.
So I'm just giving you a transport vehicle?
Can you please take these off?
Unfortunately not, ma'am.
I'm
At this
not
point,
a
you're under
criminal.
arrest. I know that, but
I'm
unfortunately,
not a
now
criminal.
you're
I had an
violating the
argument
law.
with my boyfriend.
You think you seen the purpose?
You know what? I'm not resisting y'all. I'm gonna sit in the car. This is crazy. Y'all not even listening to me. I do. You want me to take it off? It's not a weapon. Like, I'm not resisting. I had to argue with my boyfriend.
I know, but you gotta.
Can y'all please just listen to me as a person?
I have.
It's Shakari.
You have to go ahead and. Yep. Thank you.
This is crazy. Are you serious right now? Because I'm arguing with my boyfriend.
Do you guys get the phones that were? Do you guys get the phones that were?
Talk to him.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that voice and that screaming. Are you serious? I was arguing with my boyfriend. Are you serious right now? I gotta go to jail. I can't get bail out in the morning. I gotta spend the night in. Are you serious? Child. I'm not feeling it at all. I'm not feeling it. If that was a male track star, he would definitely lose endorsement deals. There'd be consequences. They definitely have handled her more with kitten gloves. The fact that she tried to turn it around on him, say she was going to press charges on him, then turned around and wanted him to come and vouch for her is insane. You know, Shakari, we're rooting for you. We're all rooting for you in my Tyra Banks voice, but this is not cool. I don't condone that, you know. I don't condone anybody putting hands on anybody. But unfortunately, sometimes women think that they can do that and it should be okay because they're the woman. And, you know, it's not okay. It's not okay for anybody to put hands on anybody at all. If the roles were reversed and it was him putting hands on Shakari, he'd lose it all. And the fact that he was still out here defending her and trying to, you know, soothe things over, I respect him a lot for that. And I just hope that if he is in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, that he gets out. He deserves better. So let me go ahead and read some of these super chats. Did I get her voice down? I see y'all laughing. I must have got her voice down pat, child. Let's see here. C. Cavalli says, Dr. Umar is spitting on Leo gang. Please, us Virgos don't want him. Never. In our gang, we have Taraji P. Henson, MJ, Beyonce, Nick Jonas. There's room for one more. Y'all can take Umar. We will trade you Umar for Beyonce. Let's see here. Lex got her heart, says, happy belated birthday. You look amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. CJ says, research zodiac signs. They were represented by the 12 archdemons. Okay. We all know there's deeper meanings. We just have fun with the zodiacs on this channel. Let's see here. Boosie the Blueprint. What's up, sis? She sent $19.99. She says, hey, beautiful. ATL don't owe me shit. I had a great weekend. Thank you again for having me, twin. The food was great both days. You look good as fuck. That Leo cake was chef's kiss, and the cancers don't want Umar's ass either. Love you. Y'all are too funny. Thank you so much, and thank you guys for the cake. The cake was delicious. It was so good. I need to get the, I think I'll post on Instagram the people who did the cakes. because it was beautiful. So thank you guys once again. Let's see here. Michelle sent 5, says, you look great. Any tips on maintaining your weight loss? I remember last year when you were working towards your goal. Love you. For me, walk. I walk twice a day. A lot of people underestimate walking. This is why, this is my only jury that matters is my Fitbit. Walk, 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 walk. Because I can't do like a lot of like real strenuous stuff. So I'm not going to be in the gym like, you know, lifting weights and, you know, running on treadmills and stuff. But I walk. I have a lot of walking paths around my home. And then I also will go down to the lake and walk. That's one thing I really loved about New York when I was in Manhattan. Usually I get like the minimum steps I do a day is 10,000 steps a day. In New York, I was easily getting between 20 to 30,000 steps. Like I literally could walk for 5 hours straight. Like you burn a lot of calories just walking. So that's the main thing is like walking, burning it off, and just still watching what I eat, you know, just still maintaining, you know, not overeating and stuff like that. So, and having a cheat day every now and then. So like ATL, that was like my cheat weekend, you know, ate what I wanted to eat, did not care. And then, you know, I'm back in the Twin Cities now. So I've been walking the last 2 days, just walking the path, walking around the lake and stuff like that. So that's the best way for me. Let's see here. Thank you for the super chat too, by the way. Summer83 sent $50, says, hey, lovely T, I love your channel. You have entertained me immensely over the past few years. Did you ever speak on your opinion on Jackie and Chantel Christie? Much love. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I talked about them. I think it was like 2 weeks ago when everything happened. I didn't like what Chantel did. You know, like how do you try and come and take over your what your mom established for herself with Basketball Wives and talk shit about her and then call yourselves trying to put hands on your mom first because she swung on Jackie first. And Jackie had to remind her, bitch, I gave birth to you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't disagree with Jackie doing what she did at all. Sometimes these kids get beside themselves and you need to remind them, I'm not your little friend. Okay? So I didn't feel bad for Chantel. And I hate the fact that she's trying to take on the dark-skinned daughter that Jackie doesn't claim. I forget her name. It's like she's taking on her story for a storyline. Because Chantel was the favorited child. So I don't understand like all this beef that she all of a sudden has with Jackie when she really never wanted for nothing. And it was the dark-skinned sister who went through all the traumatic shit. So that's my opinion on that. So thank you for the super chat, sis. Let's see here. Scorpio Vibes 313 sent 1999 says a time was definitely had. I found the recipe for the oxtail lasagna. Thank you so much for a wonderful time. You are so welcome, and I'm so glad you got a chance to come out and hang out and kick it with me at the bash. So thank you again, once again, for coming. So she said she went and found a recipe. I know that's right. Let's see here. Mr. Ashley Alexander says, T, you've gone too far now. Umar has nothing to do with us Virgos. We don't claim him, LOL. Glad you had a good party. Sending love from the UK. Thank you so much. I did try to jump him on the Virgos. I'm sorry. I'm just shocked to just realize that this man is a Leo. And every time he says Leo, I get triggered. Because he's not acting like a Leo. He's acting like a Dusty. But thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the love in the UK. Love my UK tea sippers. Let's see here. Serena Robertson, 499 says, hey, T, long time silent tea sipper of 10 years. Just celebrated my 23rd birthday. Sending love from Charlotte. That's what's up. Happy birthday, Leo gang. Thank you for checking in. Hope you enjoyed your day. Let's see here. Melanin Queen. Said 999 says, Dr. Umar looks like a wet bag of bricks with his lion ass. He been said, fuck them kids a long time ago, but still ran off with the money. Anyways, you're looking beautiful, Black Rapunzel girl. Thank you so much, sis. Yeah, I definitely agree. Umar is more worried about smashing cookies of the boys' mothers than he is about, you know, this school for black boys. He really is, and it's sad. It's sad. So thank you so much. Let's see here. Sparkly Haru says, my big back started vibrating when you mentioned oxtail lasagna. I'm telling you, everybody said it was slamming. They did. Thank you for the super chat. Deluxe Coco saying $4.99 says, I had a great time as a newbie. You and all the tea sippers made me feel like family. You look stunning. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad you got a chance to enjoy your first tea sipper event. So thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Rashawn Show sent $1.99 says, you made my birthday super special. Love you, T. You're so welcome. Love you too. And thank you so much for the super chat. Yulia Diamond TV says, T broke the story about C19 before we knew what it was. Yes. And there's a new virus that's out that it's not really being talked about in America. So I might do a video on it tomorrow. I think I might do a video on it. But it's a new virus coming down the pipeline. So definitely prepare. It's coming out of our favorite place, China. Just like C19. Let's see here. Miss B sent $4.99 says, T, you're funny, informative, and resourceful, and a blessing to all of us. Thank you for always keeping us laughing and aware. You are so welcome, and thank you so much, sis. I appreciate your comment a lot. Thank you. Patricia Reed says, T, meeting you was a dream. I was internally fangirling. That you said that you liked my hair, and mingling with everyone just felt natural. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And it was really nice meeting you as well. I'm loving the feedback. I'm so glad you guys had a good time. So, Tip Lyric says, and let me tell y'all, T got legs for days, child. I do. Everybody thinks I'm short until like they see me like full body, because I'm always standing, and not standing still, I'm always sitting at my desk. So people are always shocked when I'm like dressed up like a girly girl in my heels and stuff, because I'd rather just be in some damn J's. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. I like the dress. I was like, okay. It took me a while to find my dress, so I'm glad like it came right on time. Let's see here. Davi sent $4.99. Thank you so much, Davi. Appreciate you. Investing with Cat says, damn, we ain't old. These new kids don't dance. Is that what that is? See, we like to go, like, we're old school, so we like to go to the club. Like, once music comes on, we're going to be dancing. I don't see how people can just sit there and hold up the wall. Maybe that's what it is. They're just used to playing certain music because they're not used to people wanting to dance. Because that's what we kept telling them, like, yo, we're trying to dance. We're trying to turn up. We cannot turn up to, you know what I'm saying, coochie, 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 peen, peen, peen. Like, no. We need some good music to dance to. So maybe that's what it was. Thank you for the super chat. Natalie M says, turned 30 this last month, celebrated with a helicopter ride. That's what's up. 30 means new heights. I'm in great health with a great job and a man. Here's to 50 more. Amen. Amen. Definitely celebrate your dirty 30s, honey. So happy birthday to you. Let's see here. Dora, Not the Explorer, Sim 5 says, them rap song collabs used to be hitting in the 99s and the 2000s. It did. It did. And especially Murder Inc. What? Anything that Ashanti and Murder Inc. touched. Them rap collabs, who we? With the singers. And you had to know how to sing, put on a show. I don't know what these new folks is doing, but you had to put on a show right alongside the rappers. Yeah, that was a time to be alive, child. Let me see here. Keishan Love says, happy birthday again, beautiful Leo gang. My birthday was yesterday. Big 4-5. God is good. Love you, sis. Ratchet Ass, Florida. Happy belated birthday to you, sis. Gang, gang. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate you. Shout out to all my Leos in the house. We're celebrating the whole month. Let's see here. Selena says, T, check out the body cam footage from Shakari. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, we just watched that. Thank you so much for the super chat, sis. Shanette. Hey, Shanette. She sent $100. She says, why are people in the comments trying to give her an excuse for hitting him? If a woman lashes out physically against a man, it's always, what did he do? As if he deserved to have hands put on him. Stop. I agree. Thank you so much for that. And like I said, I see both sides, you know. It is not okay. I'm a boy's mom. It is not okay. The same way I talk to my boys, you don't put hands on no female. Don't no female put hands on my boys. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play that weird shit, you know, that toxic, none of that. I'm shutting it down, you know? So it's just like, we got to learn to keep our hands to ourselves. Because at the end of the day, you can't control anybody. One person you can control is yourself. So if you're mad that he didn't give you the headphones or whatever, then so be it. You don't sit there and put hands on somebody in an airport. And if you're that mad that you're lashing out and putting hands on somebody in an airport where there's cameras everywhere, where there's police, there's people watching, you needed to get caught, because that means you have no self-control. If you're willing to do that in public, like I said, what's going on behind the scenes? Because he was looking like a battered man in that video where he's talking about the situation. He's looking like he's some type of victim. Just my personal opinion. So thank you so much for the super chat, Shanette. I appreciate it. Thank you, sis. Miss Sparkles 22 says, I see sadness in his eyes. You're not reaching at all, T. Okay, I'm glad you kind of peeped that as well. Like, I just felt like he was just going through the motions, you know? And when you've been in those situations, you can kind of recognize it. She's more the firecracker in the relationship. She's quick to pop off. He just wants to just, you know, keep the peace. So he kind of dims himself and kind of holds back his feelings as to not piss her off. So thank you for that. Let's see here. Dexter Davis in 499 said he needs to get away from her. She has a Jezebel spirit. That's interesting. Yeah, he may need to fly the coop or run like a track star. He's a runner. He's a track star. He needs to get away from her when it gets hard. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for the super chat. Miss Sparkle says, now watch the red pill use this against black women. Yeah, and that's what I hate about it. Because, again, she already has a very masculine demeanor anyways, right? And that's okay, right? Everybody's not super feminine. So she already kind of comes off very masculine. So for her to just, I mean, the way she was popping up and bucking up to him like, damn, you know? Of course they're going to make it look like it's all black women and, you know, black women are crazy and violent. This is why they refuse to date black women. Of course, they always run with that narrative. If we're not, you know, fucking standing in line for 2 days for hair weaves and fighting over, you know, bundles, we're beating up our boyfriends at the airport. Because, again, it's always all black women. There's never any nuance. Never just Shakari or, you know, these women in Texas. It's, you know, all of us as a collective, which is such nonsense. That's why I don't pay them any mind. Let's see here. Healthy Brown Girl sent 10 says, I had a blast at the birthday bash in ATLT. You look great. Got to catch the replay. Just want to show love. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you had a good time. Thank you once again for joining me in Atlanta. I really appreciate it. LVF sent 5 says, I've been exposed to domestic violence since childhood through my mom at the hands of my stepfather. She mirrors him a bit. She triggers me. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. So you're saying that Shakari, she reminds you of your stepfather who was putting hands on your mother. Wow. Yeah, that she carries a very masculine energy. Yeah. She's definitely the more domineering one from what I see in the relationship. Because like I said, even her, the way she addressed the situation versus him, very interesting. So thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. Somebody said, bless the officers. Okay, Rolande, Sam 499 says, bless them officers. She sounds like she's either on something or this is not the first time. Yeah, I don't think that was the first time. I don't think the first time that you're going to flip out on somebody like that is at an airport. the way she behaved, that's just how their relationship is. They're used to the toxicity. He's used to her putting hands. You know, I don't think that was the first time at all. I think she's gotten so comfortable doing it that she's at the point where she doesn't care. If she needs to flip out on him and check him, she's going to do that. That's the vibe I got. You know, I could, you know, be reaching, but that's the vibe I got. Let's see here. Thug Fairy Mother says, I'm from the Bahamas to the A. It's always fun with you. And the tea sippers can't wait till we get back together again. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, we've had an amazing summer. I'm like, I've really been outside this whole summer. And it feels great because usually my summers consist of basketball camps, AAU. So this is like really like the first summer I haven't had to like do basketball stuff and be at basketball games and everything. So this was like really my summer, and I'm glad I got a chance to really be outside and travel and see stuff. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you got a chance to join me on a few of these adventures. JMO13 says, T, have you ever talked about rapper Queso and his dad? You know what? I've been wanting to do a video on that. Because I mean, I know I have guys here who like when I hit on like the rap stuff. It's sad. And then who's the other one in the Little Dirt case? His daddy's out here telling all his business. And him and his dad and Whack 100 got into it. Can y'all write the name of the dude? He basically, the daddy is saying that him and Little Dirk set up King Von to be killed. Because the daddy and King Von's daddy, they were like brothers growing up in Chicago. I can't think of his name. But the daddy went off and was like, yeah, that's my son, unfortunately. Because Little Dirk ain't coming home. But Queso's dad is like, I just think, it's just weird. Like, how are you just sitting there snitching on your son? My issue with Queso's daddy, yes, Vonnie. Okay, yeah, Vonnie's dad. Thank you, Keisha. Yeah, it's Vonnie's dad. Vonnie's dad's out here blasting him and saying that him and Dirk killed King Von. So I was thinking about doing a video and just combining Queso and Vonnie's dad's situation, because it's very interesting to watch the fathers snitching on their own sons. Yeah, OTF Vonnie. That's his name, OTF Vonnie. Thank you. My issue with Queso's dad is that, and I had a situation kind of hit close to home, not like a family member, but somebody that I grew up with in the hood. And it happened like a year or so ago. And I hadn't seen this person since I was probably like in high school, but it was like national news. I really couldn't talk about it because like it really hit fucking close to home. And he ended up killing 3 people. I think it might have been 4 people. Let me look up his name real quick. I don't want to be disrespectful and not say the amount of people. Damn, they gave his ass 100 years. 4 people. Okay, it was 4 people. I'm not going to say his name because I know there's a lot of people from St. Paul watching. He killed 4 people. We grew up with this young man. And reasons why he did it, I don't even want to go there. But long story short, he pulls up to his daddy's house with the 4 bodies in the back seat. You could even see the blood dripping out of the car as they went to the gas station to fill up. So he gets his dad and he tells his dad basically, I'm going to need you to ride with me to Wisconsin to drop off the car with the bodies in it. Daddy jumps in the car with him. And I guess for me as a parent, I don't understand where your loyalty as a parent lies and still being like, you know, disciplining and just, there's a certain things I'm not going to do with my kids. Yeah, this is a true story. This is somebody I grew up with. Like I said, a lot of times, like certain stories I can't touch on them because it's just too close to fucking home. And this was somebody that when we were kids, he was always super nice to me. I would have never thought he would have killed 4 people, got his daddy involved, and dropped them off in the fucking field, right? They gave him 103 years. But his daddy went with him. So then when everything came out, the daddy told all the business. Yeah, but I went with him because I was minding my business. My son came and got me, and you know, maybe I shouldn't have went, but that's my son. And it's just like, you're like, I don't have that type of loyalty. My son can't pull up and have 4 bodies in the car in my driveway and be like, Mom, take me to Wisconsin so we can drop off these bodies. Wait, what the fuck? Who are these dead people in your car? And so I guess I bring that up. It's just very traumatic. But I bring that up to say, with the situation with Queso's dad, your son asked you to go on a drive-by with him to go kill the ops. As a father, where do you come in as a parent and say, absolutely not? And guess what, son? You shouldn't be out here shooting and killing the ops because you have your whole life ahead of you. How do you go on a drive-by with your child? How are you with your child bucking shots at the ops? And then now y'all get caught and you're telling on your child. Now you want to be the parent? It's insane. I can give OTF Vonnie's dad a little bit of grace. At least he wasn't there. He wasn't involved in any of the killings and the fuck shit. But it's very sad how he is distancing himself from his son, and Whack 100 and all them are on top of, are clowning him and calling him a snitch. And, you know, I don't care if you his daddy, you fucked up. He's holding his child accountable. And y'all are mad about that? It's just weird. It's weird. Just like with remember in the Gabby Petito story on Netflix? Brian Laundrie's mom. Her bitch ass wrote her son a letter and was basically like, I don't care what happened. You're my son. I'm always going to love you. If I need to, I'll help you bury the body. What? There's a parent out here missing their child and you're talking about burying the body with your son? Who even plays like that? So some of these parents are just not wrapped too tight. I don't get it. And I just pray to God I never, you know what I'm saying, I speak life into my children. I never even, that type of situation never even comes across my doorstep. Because I couldn't even imagine. But there are parents who really ride or die for their kids. And then once the consequences come down, you want to snitch. Oh, boy's daddy did the same thing. Threw him straight under the bus. Said that he shouldn't be charged because he just rode with him to Wisconsin. You rode out of state with 4 bodies and like, let me just shut up. I'm done. That whole situation is pissing me off. Let me just stop. Sorry. I will go on to, because that shit just still pisses me off. But yeah, I will do the video on Queso and his dad when I get a chance. And I'm going to tie it into OTF Vonnie because it really pissed me off how Whack 100 did that. And then all the fucking weird ass giggling from DJ Academics. That was just whack. I didn't like it. But thank you for the super chat. How long I've been out here? Oh my God, I've been out here for 2 hours, child. Okay. I'm get ready to get off in a second. Stacy says she has $2,000 worth of Monopoly money for Umar Johnson. Y'all are a mess. Miss Diva says, looking amazing, T. Happy belated birthday. Taking a shot for you, sis. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Frederica O says, happy belated birthday to my favorite Leo. My favorite Leo is Whitney Houston. Oh, yeah, I like Whitney. She represented Leo as well. Like, she'll let you know. Now, I didn't mind when she would holler out Leo Nation and be like, I'm a Leo. I'm a lion. Like, some of her Leo clips that are on TikTok just crack me up. She's funny. Madonna's a Leo too. We got a lot of like real powerful people in our, in our little Leo sphere. I found out J-Lo's also a Leo. I don't claim her. Just like Mariah Carey, I don't know her. Let's see here. Brittany says, today's my birthday. Big Leo energy, big 38. I know that's right, Brittany. Happy birthday, sis. Gang, gang. Happy birthday. Let's see here. Divine Beauty 78 says, it must be something wrong with the dad for the son to even be comfortable enough to come at him to do that. Yeah. Like I said, I don't even want to talk about it any further because, me knowing the perpetrator and then a lot of like people that I know who knew the victims in the car. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's sad that he even did that. But let's see. I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to hit on before I go. Oh yeah, DC. Yep, everything that's going on in DC. Let's hit on that real quick before I leave up out of here. Hold on. Knowledge drop 210 says, T, I can tell you as a person from Texas, the most craziest women are from Dallas and Houston. They will take that to that level. They will risk it all and dare you to hit them and play victim. Oh, wow. Stay away from those type of women. A lot of guys think that toxic shit is cute and, it's spicy. We can get into it and then have some crazy sex. Absolutely not. Females like that will have you locked up, especially if they like to antagonize and start stuff and then turn around and play victim. You will end up in jail behind stuff like that. Toxic relationships are not worth it. I don't get it. I don't know why it's promoted. I hear a lot of the rap girls talking about they love a toxic relationship. Maybe I'm just older now. I like my peace. I like my garden, my plants. I'm not trying to deal with a bunch of toxicity. I don't want nobody cussing at me, disrespect. I don't have time for that. I like to travel, eat good food, have a good time, enjoy life. All that toxic shit, all that does is age you. It takes a toll on your self-esteem, on your self-worth. So for both men and women, do not entertain toxic people, toxic relationships. As soon as you're seeing red flags, dip out. It's not even worth it. It's not. Yeah, those type of women are very, very dangerous. So I'm sorry that there's a bunch of women in Texas like that. But yeah, definitely don't entertain those types who love to put hands and start stuff and then run to the police. Or call their big homies or their brothers. And now you got a bunch of guys coming after you trying to, hurt you. Don't entertain it. So yeah, let's talk about DC real quick before I leave, y'all. Please hit the like button. So Donald Trump is basically trying to take over DC. He has the police, all that stuff. And the thing that's very disturbing with the language that him and Carolyn Levitt are using, it's a lot of these thugs and, all this stuff going on in DC. Because I guess one of the Doge people got beat up real bad. I haven't been keeping up with some of the news because I've been so busy with this event. But somebody from Doge got beat up in DC and it went viral because Donald Trump posted it. So now he feels like DC's out of control with the homelessness and the thugs. And for people who don't know, DC, I've been to DC a few times. I like it. They call it Chocolate City, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, that's the nickname for DC. There's a lot of black people in DC. It's more blacks in DC than whites. So I find it very interesting that he's trying to put this so-called reform together in a predominantly black city. And when you're talking about charging 15-year-olds as adults, the 15-year-olds that he's talking about are predominantly black children. And again, I'm not making excuses for bad behavior Because if you're 15 and, you know, you're out here shooting and taking lives, then maybe you should be charged as a damn adult. But we also have to understand that a 15-year-old's brain is nowhere near developed. No excuses, but it's not developed. So instead of always trying to find a solution to lock people up, how about we find solutions to prevent them from even having to go down that path in the first place? So let me go ahead and pull up some of these. Deadman says, I live in D.C. and it's insane. So it's getting really bad. And I haven't been to D.C. in a while. But I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that's going on all over the country, right? D.C., Atlanta, hell, Minneapolis. Minneapolis is off the fucking chain. The Somalians, I'm sorry. Fuck with the Somalians, but y'all, the Somalians are off the chain. I had to cuss out a Somalian man a few months ago because he grabbed my arm as I'm walking down Lake Street. Y'all are out here wilding out. The Somalian community, y'all are wilding out. People are calling y'all out. So every city's going through it, right? It's not just DC, every city. Minneapolis too. But that don't mean that y'all can just come and take over, you know, the Minneapolis police force or the DC police. Like, how is that okay? So we're going to watch some videos. We're going to watch some videos here on good old TikTok. Let's start with the White House press secretary. Miss Carolyn Lovitz. Let me just fix this a bit here. Hear what good old Caroline has to say. All right.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time. Again, these are pre-existing laws that are already on.
If somebody is homeless, ma'am, how can they pay a fine? If they can afford to pay a fine, I don't think they'd be homeless. Continue.
On the books, they have not been enforced, which is part of the reason for this federalizing of the National Guard to bring in this assistance for law enforcement. While we are targeting criminals and trying to remove criminals off of the streets, we also want to make DC safe and beautiful, and that involves removing mentally disturbed individuals and homeless encampments as well. Homeless individuals will be given the option.
So it seems like they're bringing back insane asylums.
We're moving the encampments away. There are many places that they can go, and we're going to help them as much as you can help.
President Trump says federal officials will be removing homeless encampments across Washington, D.C. as part of his effort to, quote, clean up the nation's capital and make it great again. In the past, the president said his administration would give people places to stay far from Washington, D.C. And yesterday, the White House press secretary said unsheltered people could also be jailed.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time.
He had talked in one of his social media posts about moving them very far outside of the city. Is that off?
No, it's not off. We're exploring how we could do that.
The Trump administration is working to get rid of encampments, and advocates for the homeless are worried about people being treated inhumanely, as it's not clear how this strategy by the Trump administration will in any way help those who are homeless in the district. There were more than 5,600 homeless people in D.C. in 2024, but the majority of those people already stay in emergency shelters. Still, on any given night in Washington, D.C., there are around 800 unsheltered people on the streets. The D.C. Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services told NBC News they could increase the city's shelter space as needed. But it's still unclear what would happen if the treatments, shelters, and even jails that the White House is mentioning are at capacity.
We're moving the encampments away.
Now, again, I'm not for these encampments. They're everywhere. You see these homeless encampments in Minneapolis as well, especially on the south side. They've just taken over the whole Kmart area, Lake Street. I guess Trank has finally hit the Twin Cities because I was out driving last night and there was like people like bent over and shit. I'm like, oh my God, this looks like Kensington. But yeah, you know, I don't like to see encampments, you know, especially like when I used to live in LA and stuff, you know, driving past Skid Row and all that stuff. But, and I get cleaning up. I don't think there should be encampments by the White House and all that stuff. But I really hope that they're really going to have a real solution, because what I'm feeling is that all they're going to do is throw these people in jail and have them do like the manual labor now, because they've deported all the immigrants. So now they're coming, and maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist, you know, don't mind me. But that's where my tin hat goes. Like, I really feel like they're now trying to throw these homeless people in situations where now they can force them to be out in the fields working, you know, picking fruit for shelter, throwing them in jail, making them, you know, make license plates, furniture, just, you know, whatever. Because it's very interesting that now that there's not a lot of immigrants to do certain work, they're going after the homeless people. So why not use all these able-bodied, most of them are able-bodied, use them to clean up hotel rooms and pick fruit and, you know, vegetables. I don't know. That's just my tin hat tingling. So there's a lady speaking. There's let me see, there's another video of like homeless folks being harassed. Okay. Hold on. Let me just pull it up on TikTok. Yeah, they're saying like the police are harassing the homeless people now too, so I don't know. Okay, let's watch her video.
Give us a home. How about that? How about just giving people that need a home inside? Then we'd be inside. You just want to just throw us to the rats. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to crowd anyone. I don't want to use anyone. I just want to be in a place to live. You never know why a person is homeless. I was homeless, rendered homeless for sure, because my house was caught on fire. Give us a home. How about that? How about just giving people that need a...
So that's what they're saying that they're doing to the homeless in D.C. This video is really weird. So one, why are all these police officers needed for this man? He doesn't even have any legs. And how come he has a bag on his head? Or maybe because he might spit or something. I'm thinking maybe it's a spit bag to stop him from spitting on people. Huh.
Removing the
homeless individuals.
You just want to just throw us
to the rats.
Do you have any specifics about how homeless people will be dealt with, where they would be moved to? What does this look like?
I do, yes, and it's an important question, so thank you for raising it. The Metropolitan Police Department, with the support of the new federal agencies...
So within 20 hours, they've already removed 70 homeless camps from the Washington, D.C. area. So they're not playing.
Who have been surging on the streets of the District of Columbia are going to enforce the laws that are already on the books here in Washington, D.C. For far too long, these laws have been completely ignored, and the homelessness problem has ravaged the city. So D.C. Code 22-1307 and D.C. Municipal Regulation 24-100 give the Metropolitan Police Department the authority to take action when it comes to homeless encampments. So homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter.
All right, girl, we heard that earlier. Let's see.
Now, yo, look at this video.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken.
I was hoping there was some other videos. Oh, let me see. Is this the one?
Starting tomorrow, there will be no more homeless people allowed in Washington, D.C. The president just made this post on social media announcing his plans for tomorrow, saying, "We're having a news conference tomorrow in the White House. I'm going to make our capital safer and more beautiful than it ever was before. The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol. The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong. It's all going to happen very fast, just like the border. We went from millions pouring in to zero in the last few months. This will be easier. Be prepared. There will be no Mr. Nice Guy. We want our capital back. Thank you for your attention to this matter." And it looks like he has already started deploying U.S. Secret Service and Customs and Border Protection officers. They were on patrol in a nightlife district last night in Washington, D.C. as part of President Trump's increased law enforcement crackdown on crime. Starting tomorrow, there will be no more...
If the solution to solving homelessness...
I'm sorry, but the way he grabbed them blankets, like, get your ass up out of here. Not the way he grabbed them blankets, child.
Donald Trump claims there's no room for the homeless in Washington. They have to go. Now, he tweets this out today. We're having a news conference tomorrow in the White House. I'm going to make our capital safer and more beautiful than it ever was before. The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol. The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong. And it's all going to happen really fast, just like the border. We went from millions pouring in to zero in the last few...
It's a lot going on. Let me go ahead and come back on the screen. It is a lot going on. I was trying to see if this other video will pop up, but Donald Trump claims that...
Looks like we got DC police doing a checkpoint here. I'm not sure what town. There usually would be a station.
Pull this up.
Letters in the corner here.
This was 22 minutes ago.
But we're live on the scene here.
Officer Thor is complicit. Officer Thor is complicit.
HSI, it says on his vest.
Huh.
That's not like CSI, I don't think. It's live from the satellite dish. Live 1.5 seconds ago. There it is, 10-foot dish out there. There's your live raw camera as soon as they get it out of the freaking trunk. Sometimes you'll hear this guy talk to his wife.
So yeah, it's getting real all across Washington, D.C. And I feel like Washington, D.C. is a test pilot. They're going to be doing this across the country at this point. I'm just trying to see if there's any other clips here. It's about to be a crazy situation. I think they're going to do this in more cities. And again, I'm not saying that, you know, homeless people should just be strewn about and, you know, like just all over the streets. You know, I think, but there has to be solutions. And I feel like being that one of those solutions is jail for being homeless, that says a lot. I think that they're going to start taking these able-bodied people and saying, you know, you're not just going to be on the streets walking around aimlessly, panhandling, begging. We're going to put you to work. You can, you know, we can build you a shack out in the fields. You can live in the shack, which is better than sleeping, you know, on the street, and then pick fruit all day. I really think that's what's going to happen moving forward. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot going on. It's been crazy. I'm going to read these last few super chats. I'm going to get up out of here. Leroy Jones sent $9.99. Thank you so much, Leroy. Appreciate you. Knowledge Drop 210 sent $9.99. Says, T, I can tell you as a person from Texas that... okay, I read that earlier. Thank you again. Y2K says, why did Dirk set up Vaughn? I don't know. I'm going to have to look deeper into that. That's just what the streets are saying. You know, who knows? All I know is that people are worth more dead than alive, especially in the industry. But I also heard that Dirk didn't have Vaughn signed to any contracts. So I'm not sure. let's see, Knowledge Drop says, I worry for Klay Thompson. Mark my words. Meg will take it there and play victim, just like with Tory. Oops, let me be quiet. Ain't she from Houston? It's going to be interesting. I wish them the best. I do. Daisy says, what do you think about the Cardi B and Samira situation on TikTok? I don't know who Samira is. Is that the situation where she talked bad about fat people, like people being 3X or something? They were coming for her? Because I seen that trending, but I don't know who Samira is. But obviously she had to be joking. You got to know you have fans of all sizes, you know? And I think the problem is, it's just too much talking and explaining. You said it was a joke. They didn't want to take it as a joke. Now you're going back and forth with people on social media. I just don't have the energy. Is that who it is? That she's one of the plus size people? Let me see. I'm going to Google her since I'm on TikTok. Might as well. Yeah, I guess maybe I'm just different. I just don't have the energy to explain. Think what you want to think. The people who know me and get me, get me. I'm not about to sit here and be explained. Just like with the baby oil shit. People want to be, you need to address the baby oil. Bitch, if you've been here at any length of time, ho, you know damn well I'm not no Diddy supporter. So if you think because I happened upon a situation and was laughing and kikiing with somebody who does that on their channel that somehow I'm supporting Diddy, that's on your ass. But I'm not about to get up on the internet and be explaining like, oh, you guys, please understand that I'm not a Diddy. Like, fuck out of here. I don't have the energy to. Like I said, the people who know me and who rock with me, who've been here, y'all knew there was nothing for me to explain. It's the people who just wanted to be mad in the shade room comments, and I didn't give a fuck. Be mad. And I think, like I've always said, Cardi B explains herself too much. Like, if it's just a joke, the people who understood the joke got it. I'm not going back and forth with people about, you know, plus size this, plus. They gonna have their opinions anyway. So it's like, if you wanted a reason not to like me, if the baby oil is what pushed you over the edge, okay, me being in a picture with the baby oil bandits, then so be it. But I'm not about to sit here and cop please and cry and, oh no, don't subscribe because I'm not doing none of that shit. Do you? Because I'm going to show do me. But it looks like this is the girl Samira. So let's go ahead and watch this. Let me see what Samira is talking about. Yeah, Cardi B be in that damn Twitter space explaining herself. Like, for what? Okay, this is Samira. This was 4 days ago.
Cardi B, I'm very surprised that I have to remind you of this, but just because...
Girl, shut the fuck up. God damn, shut up already. Like, it's not that serious. Not everything is revolutionary. Not everything has to have a crazy outrage. I already did a video. I told you it's not that serious. Like, what do you want me to do? Get on my fucking knees and apologize? I'm not apologizing for a fucking jokey joke. That it wasn't even about you. It was something about me and my fans. Like, that's it. I don't care. I'm not apologizing. I'm not getting on my knees. No, I'm not reading a book. No, I'm not nothing. You see, like, sometimes when people are being genuine, y'all don't like when people are being genuine. Because I genuinely did a video like, hey, it's not that serious. I make fun of everybody. I even make fun of myself. I don't really care if you skinny, if you big, if you that, if you this.
What did the
I always
Samai
use
girl
anybody.
say? This is Cardi ranting. What did the Samai girl say? Let me see.
Cardi B is so unserious because I know she didn't just offer Samira a cupcake.
Here's a cupcake.
Oh.
I'm not gonna apologize though because y'all fucking sensitive and wanna cry about some dumb shit. Every day I wanna cry about some fucking dumb shit.
She also commented on Samira's video, writing, "Girl, people make fun of my BBL every day. I was talking to my fans who was making fun of the same thing, like it's not that serious." But to Samira, it very much is, and it's not a laughing matter, hence the Uncle Sam point. If you don't know about Samira, she is a very big creator. She makes music and is also an advocate for the plus size community.
Just because someone else makes a joke doesn't mean you have to make it too. You know that, right? And also, maybe the reason why people feel so comfortable making fun of your BBL is because you do not command the respect that you so seek.
Ooh!
Maybe if you stop using fat people at the expense of jokes, then people wouldn't do the same for your BBL.
Now, that bit did piss Cardi B off, who insists that it's all just a joke.
I'm not trying to be funny, and maybe just because I'm older, you know, I don't know how old Samira is. It's hard to tell with Gen Z. You know, I don't know if she's, you know, 30s or 21. I can't tell. What would y'all have done if y'all grew up in our era? I grew up in the era where even slow kids got made fun of. That's how much people didn't give a fuck. They was roasting the slow kids too. Let alone the fat kids, the skin, like everybody got picked on. Everybody did. Y'all know me, I was bony as hell as a kid. Skinny, you so skinny you could hula hoop with a Cheerio. People coming and grabbing my wrist. I was so fucking skinny. Because it's always fun to make fun of skinny people, but you're not supposed to make fun of, you know, big people. Everybody got it growing up. And it's just like, I get it that, you know, plus size people go through their own struggles and adversity and, you know, and things like that. But in the real world, nobody has to really cater to your feelings. She said what she said. She said a joke. You didn't like it. Certain things are just not that deep. Take it and keep it pushing. People say bullshit all the time in the comments, and, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going back and forth. And I think that's where Cardi B messes up. You came out, you apologized, you said you didn't mean it that way. I'd have left it right there. I'm not going to go back and forth and offer the girl a cupcake and all that. I'm not doing the back and forth. I'm not commenting on her page. I don't give a damn. If you didn't get it, move around. But a lot of y'all wouldn't have made it in the 90s. A lot of y'all would not have. And I think maybe that's why I'm able to handle social media as well as I handle it. Because I grew up in an era where there was nothing off limits. I grew up in the era of Tupac. If you're offended by her talking about 3X, Tupac says, my 4-4 will make sure all your kids don't grow. He threatened Biggie's kids. He talked about, he just talked shit about damn everybody. Mobb Deep. Talked about them having sickle cell. He went in. So it's just like, you know, I grew up in that era. A lot of y'all wouldn't have made it in the 90s because there was nobody to tell. If you go and tell your teacher, oh, they're picking on me, go stand up for yourself. You had to fight. You had to be able to pop back. You had to be able to know the dozens. Oh, you want to talk about my mama? Oh, well, let's talk about your mama. Like, there was nobody that you could run to. And I think that's the problem, is that everybody, it's like the victim Olympics on social media. Who can be the worst victim? You got skinny people crying. You got fat people crying. You got, you know, the redheads. There was a whole trend about redhead people and how they were picked on. And I didn't even know redheads went through a whole lot of shit. I went down the redhead, you know, ginger rabbit hole. I felt bad for some of them, but it's just like, okay, I mean, we all got picked on. I don't know. I just feel like everybody wants to be oppressed. Everybody's a victim. It's okay. Like, how long are we going to, like, she said this joke about the plus size community, I think like a week ago. This is still a discussion? I don't know. We live in a very, very sensitive era. And like I said, I'm not, you know, trying to minimize anybody's feelings, but you also have to understand that nobody has to cater to your feelings. Nobody has to care. It'd be nice if we lived in a perfect world and everybody was nice and respectful. That's not the world that we live in. So you got to raise your kids and let your kids know everybody's not going to like you. They may think you're too tall, too short, too fat, too skinny, you know, too dark, too light, too whatever. You have to like you. Self-love and self-esteem starts with what? Self, yourself. You have to feel good enough about yourself to whatever somebody says about you, it's water off of a duck's back. We got to get back to that era. Words hurt. It sucks to be picked on. I've been there. But you also have to learn that at the end of the day, this too shall pass. And a lot of the people, I had to learn that as I gotten older. A lot of the folks who picked on me, who made fun of me back in high school and junior high and all that stuff, fast forward 20 years later, a lot of them ain't really doing shit. A lot of times people will pick on other people because they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. They're talking about your hair, your clothes, because they know deep down inside they have low self-esteem. So it's easier to project and make fun of you and point out your insecurities and stuff like that than for them to face themselves in the mirror. That's why you have to raise your kids to have a level of self-esteem and self-worth, and to understand that no matter what people say about you, I love you and you have to love yourself. Because the world is not here to be nice. The world is here to tear us down and tell us that we're not shit. We're not going to amount to anything. You got to fight against that. And the younger that you teach kids, the sooner the better. All that babying kids and everybody gets a trophy. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. And that's just kind of how I raise my boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing all that. I'm not doing all that coddling stuff. Y'all are boys. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to, like, you know, take one on the chin. Somebody picks on you. You know what I'm saying? You stand up for yourself. All that crying and, you know, come, mom. And no, I'm not always going to be there. So I just hate that we're in that day and age where it's like, you know, it's all these, like, I don't need a whole dissertation. And I'm not explaining myself, because the people who have common sense, they get it. That's why I was like, the whole Diddy, well, I'm not explaining myself to, like, I don't give a shit about none of that. The viral, I saw it. I didn't care. Nothing for me to explain, because the people who know me knows that I was talking about Diddy and holding Diddy accountable before it ever became popular. Everybody who knows me knows how I feel about Diddy. So y'all can't ever attach me to, oh, she's a Diddy supporter. Da-da. No, and no. There's nothing to address. So I just wish that Cardi would stop addressing stuff all the time and going back and forth to people. I've told her that for years. You go back and forth with folks too much about stuff that really does not matter. But I see my girl Moneybag Mo's in the building. Happy belated birthday, sis. My Leo sis. Gang, gang. Thank you so much for the $499.99. It means a lot to me. Like, you came through late. You know what I'm saying? Late at night, one last hurrah. I really appreciate it. I wish you could have been at the Leo Bash, but, you know, I get it. You know, hopefully you'll be able to come to the next event that I put on. But thank you so much for just always showing love and consistency and always coming through. And I just hope you had a happy birthday and you had a great time with your family. So thank you so much, Mo. So y'all, I've been on here for almost 3 hours. This has been a wonderful stream. Man, please hit the like button. Let me see. I have any more super chats. Kaleo Style says, I'm from DC. I ran a high-end store in downtown for 5 years. The homelessness never bothered me. We actually would feed them after events. If you think Trump isn't up to something nefarious, yeah, I think there's more to this whole situation. I really do. Ronald Harvey, he says, I was born and raised in D.C. and still have family there. I'm so terrified of what's going on in my city. It's seriously sick to my stomach thinking about this. I agree. I feel like there's way more to the story with this whole D.C. thing. I think it's a test run, to be honest with you. I do. Bojangles Fry Cook says, hey, auntie, me and my fiance are listening right now on our road trip. You always keep us entertained and on the road, LOL. That is so funny. I hope you guys have a safe trip. Enjoy your time. And my son, my oldest, he ran to Bojangles at the airport. We're looking for him, like, where did you go? He's like, I'm at Bojangles. I was like, oh, you missed Bojangles, huh? Because he used to eat Bojangles when we lived in North Carolina. So he always makes sure when we come down south, he stops off at Bojangles. So thank you for the super chat. Kim Star said $6.99 says speak on it, T. Yes, like I said, you know, self-esteem is about yourself, and don't let nobody tell you that you're not that guy or girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people's words and all that stuff get to you. Like I said, words hurt, but don't let those words hold you down for too long. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be beautiful at any size. Okay, there's a lot of plus size baddies out here who can dress, know how to carry themselves, hair done, nails done, everything done. So, you know, somebody joking about 3X, I wouldn't even sweat at that shit. What I would have done is rock that shirt with a badass pair of pumps, hair done, and everything else, and posted some badass pictures on the gram. That's what you do. That's how you stay winning. That's how you stay unbothered. You don't let people's words and their low vibrational energy bring you down. You know what I'm saying? You keep on shining and keep walking with your head up. No matter your size, no matter your height, no matter your skin tone. So on that note, you guys, thank you once again. I didn't expect to be on here this long. It's almost 10 o'clock at night, child. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm tired. But we will talk again soon. I will work on those videos this week. I'm going to drop that Umar Johnson video because it's already ready to go. I think I'll drop it tonight. So if y'all want to watch it, it's about an hour long. It's a deeper breakdown. Give me about 15 minutes and I'll drop it for y'all. But thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Thank you to everybody who came to my event this weekend. I'll be working on videos and pictures from the event. It was wonderful seeing a lot of y'all again and meeting a lot of new tea sippers as well. And so, you know, hopefully we'll do another one, you know, next year, depending on what's going on with the economy. But just thank you guys for just always supporting me. It means a lot. So good night, everyone.